Wait for some of my medicine to kick in. I don't know if it's all the dirt and dust are kicking up plus the pollen that's just wreaking havoc on my sinuses or what, but
it's that time of year.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's that time.
I'm waiting. Mine should be any day now.
It hit me like a ton of bricks on Tuesday, and ever since, like it was a sore throat, and I felt like I was my head was just full of gunk. But every time I blow my nose, nothing come out. And then what was it? Wednesday, I sneezed, and this big glob of yellow came out. And then ever since then, my nose has just been.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not where I thought you were going when you said you had a big sneeze. I thought you were like, I sneezed really big and shit myself.
No, but I'm afraid my toilet blew up today.
Oh boy!
These pricks turned my water off without letting us know. So
I love that.
I went to the bathroom and flushed the toilet. Of course, there's water in the tank, so it flushed just fine. And I went to wash my hands, and no water came out. I was like, "You sons of bitches!" So I go back downstairs, and about 2 hours later, there's this god. It literally sounded like the toilet exploded. Like I literally, you should have saw me. I got to the top of the stairs, and then I just peeked over the ledge and just looked into the bathroom to make sure it was still intact. And once it was like, okay, whew.
See, that's what fucking sucks about my house, because the house across the street's a military house, so people are always moving in and out.
What's up, Tony? What's up, Fixture? What's up, Lau? The Lau family farm. How are you? What's up, Turner? What's up, Stakal Bros? How are you guys? What's up, Cody? How are you, sir? Wow, everybody's right off the bat. Dang.
It's like it's not that hard to figure out which valve goes to what house. Oh, by the way, what medicine do you take?
I'm trying, because I was looking. The only thing I saw that had nasal congestion written on it was the Mucinex stuff. So I'm trying it, and it somewhat helped, but.
Try a Leave D.
That's what my dad. But see, everything that said had the D in it was for chest congestion. I don't have chest congestion.
Oh no, trust me.
No, it's a different kind of decongestant that takes care of it. All the one, all right, no good way to say it, but all the good ones that work for me, they're all something D.
Yeah. Only the D works for you.
Because I was taking Zyrtec for year, when I first started having allergies, right after college, and I was taking that, but it was after a certain number of years it stopped working, and so I had to find something else, and I think I switched over to I can't remember. I don't remember. It was Xyzal or
I don't know if mine's
Allegra,
cold over if it's
but yeah, you try that Leave D.
Allergies, I don't know.
It kicks ass. It takes about a day, but it kicks ass.
What's up, Sean? How are you doing, sir? Just minty, that's good. My dad swears by Mucinex D.
That's pretty good. I take that when I have any kind of congestion whatsoever. I'm sick.
Try it.
Yeah, Mucinex is legit.
It kept saying everything said chest congestion, which I don't have chest congestion. It's all in my head.
Oh no, it'll take
it's just
care of
an
everything.
added. Yeah, it adds chest congestion to the list. It still has all the same goods.
Gotcha.
So it'll just clear everything up even more.
Yep.
What's the other one? It was Claritin. I never really.
Oh, I used to take Claritin when I was a kid. Before it was over-the-counter shit.
I know. Now it's annoying because you have to go and be like, I don't want to do that. So I just get one of the ones that you don't need that. It's I already have Adderall. I don't need the meth. So you don't need to card me.
I just want cold medicine, not meth.
Yeah. It's what do you think I'm gonna do with this?
PJ's walks in his business suit and everything for work. Yep, you look like a meth dealer.
Well, Walter White was a school teacher, so.
I say you should
True
walk
that.
in with your hazmat suit. And they'll probably just let you go free and clear.
Right.
They're like, that dude looks like somebody that knows a lot about chemicals. I think it's safe around him.
Yeah, he's totally safe.
Well, I never heard. Like, is there? I don't think I ever read it. Like, is there a limit?
Like when you how many boxes or stuff you can buy
Right.
at a time. I know with the Leave D, you can only buy one at a time.
Yeah, I think like most
'Cause
cough
also,
medicines they have here, they make you so you can only get 2 at a time or something.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like they scan your ID because like, and that's how they keep a record of how many.
Sorry if I
Times
mute up,
you
guys.
buy,
I am
But
gonna be.
is
blowing
there
my
a
nose
limit,
lot.
or is it something that just like gets sent over to the like DEA, and they'll take it from there, like
They put you on
monitoring
some
it?
sort of watch list.
Well, that's what. Yeah, probably instead of just like limited. Because what if you have like a very good reason to need it or something? I don't know.
Well, see, like that's what we were talking about. Because like here, you can only buy one box at a time.
Well, yeah,
And I said,
because
well, you know, like, what if you-
the mess city
like-
of the world?
Well, yeah, but like I was like, what if you know, like you have a big family, and like a lot of people are sick.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So we were like, I
Well,
don't
they have
know,
to
like,
go
I
get
don't-
their own damn box.
possibly.
Yeah, I bet your family's sick. They're going through withdrawals.
Not my family. Well, maybe my cousin.
And that one uncle you don't invite to the family cookouts anymore.
Well, no, my cousin's more heroin than that. He gets you a great
Ooh.
deal.
6 people watching, 6 likes, please.
Yeah, that dumbass will call me like randomly, like, "Hey man, know anybody buying?" Well, yeah, dude, 'cause you know that's what I do on my free time is ask around who's buying heroin. He's like, I need buyers, man. Well, go walk around and find a buyer.
Be like, I got a new buyer for you. And just give them a police officer's number.
Yeah. Like, here, call my buddy, Officer Edwards. I mean, James Edwards.
Call my buddy officer. His parents were really into cops, so they named him Officer.
Yeah, he was conceived while they were watching an episode of Cops.
His dad busted when the perp got busted.
The cops busted down the door and the wife got pregnant.
They used a batter ram on the back door, and then dad slipped into the back door. Whoa.
Could you imagine being like a big fan of Cops and your parents tell you that? Like, yeah, I don't want to watch that no more.
Yeah, old rerun comes on, your mom's just like, oh, you were conceived this episode. Okay.
Oh, here,
Okay.
here's the best part. That whore gets arrested. That's
you
when your
call-
daddy nutted.
Who are you calling? I'm calling Comcast. I'm canceling my subscription.
But didn't you just renew your subscription? Yep. Money well wasted.
I'm paying them to cancel it early.
It was a free trial.
Oh, they're about to do what is it? Netflix, Apple TV, and Peacock as a bundle for Xfinity users only. For a
What?
discounted price. Yeah.
Is that wait a second?
So
But, like regardless, like you don't have to have cable for that.
no.
or-
As long as you have either mobile internet or TV services, you will get a discounted price for all 3 of them bundled together. It's supposed to be really low. They haven't announced the price yet, but they're saying it's because they're trying to compete with
Disney Plus.
Disney, Hulu, and Max. Just offered a
Oh,
discounted
Hulu's owned by
bundle.
Disney.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Disney partnered up, so you can get now you can
Why would
basically
they partner up with competition?
because now you can get Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Max all together in one bundle for a discounted price.
Well,
So
I'm glad you know
Xfinity.
Optimum does something like that.
Xfinity, to compete with them, joined up with Netflix and Apple TV, so you can get those three for a discounted price together. What's up, Sean? Again? So I'm torn between. I'm like,
waiting to see how much that costs, because then it would be like. But also, here's the thing: it's like they're gonna do a low price just to get everyone to switch over, and then they're gonna jack it up and assume everyone's gonna pay, because that's what everyone has done. Like,
well,
every single company's done that.
they're going to do it with ads because they make more money off ads. So they're going to get more people on board with bundling it for a cheaper price.
like
and make
Amazon
more money
Prime
off
did that.
ads.
I was watching Clarkson Farm 3, and it's like all of a sudden, because like, let's be honest, there's not much to watch
Let's
on
be honest.
Prime.
Oh, The
Not a lot to watch
Boys.
on Prime.
The Boys is so, and there's another series we like on our Prime called Upload.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, no, there's not much. No.
Ricky Snicky was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Super
It's
funny,
a
actually.
Nice day to jizz again. I sung that song for.
Some of them I thought were really lame, but there was like, I forget, there was one of them that caught me off guard and that had me howling.
Ooh, baby, I masturbate. Spooge
A lot of this
out my penis.
yeah. Yeah. But like, there's not a whole lot on there, so I watch it for like I typically watch like the Grand Tour anytime something comes out for that, or Clarkson Farm. So I was watching it, and all of a sudden it went to an ad, and I was like, what the hell? Like, this is Amazon Prime. And then in the bottom right corner, it was just like, want to go ad free? I was like, you son of a bitch. Like, I already pay X amount of dollars per year for Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Which includes all this stuff, and now you're going to make it so that it has ads, because it never used to.
That's BS.
And then I have to pay even more per month. It's like, if you don't have Amazon Prime and you want Prime Video, then I can understand that. But if you're already paying for Amazon Prime, which I believe they recently jacked the price on that too.
Yep. Everything's going up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
My company just sent out an email saying that now we have to go into the office 3 days a week.
Aww.
oh,
Listen, it's been 2 days for like since the pandemic.
Aww.
Michael, how are you, man?
Well, think about it. Like, I'm gonna demand a raise. That's a day extra commute.
That's not how that works.
going back to the office like you're supposed to, and now you're just like, that's gonna demand a raise.
Okay, well, I worked at a company pre-pandemic that was like, we had work from home days, and like built into our schedule. So like, it's always been a thing.
I wish I could work from home.
You do. It's
takes
called
a
your
lot
own
of-
call.
No,
True.
I still have to put a work.
Well, you're not getting paid when you're on call, right?
Yeah, if I get called in, I get paid.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying but you're on call. But while you're on call and not getting called in, you're not getting paid.
No,
Right.
but if
So
I
it's not working from home.
but
God,
it's nice,
I don't. Can
If
you
they call
imagine?
me, like even if they call me just for a question, I still get paid for it at least.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him working from home? He just shows up in his lazy boy remote controlled chair and
Fuck
his
yeah.
fucking lipstick print boxers
I don't
Well,
have those.
with a fucking burrito in his hand. Alright, time to shut down this road.
I don't have the Kiss Mark underwear.
Oh, in my storyline you do.
No, I just wear Nikes. want to be a burrito or be an enchilada?
Because I mean, like an extra day of commute, like that's gonna cost like more gas, and then I need to have like more clothes for that too. Like I have to have.
Look,
Like-
boss, do you want me to show up naked or not? No,
Right.
then I need a
Right.
raise. I don't have any clothes.
Or like one of those 3 days, I'm showing up in like gym shorts and a hoodie because that's what I wear when I work from home.
Whatever. People like, look, when I work from home, I'm naked. Okay,
Right.
that's how I
When
feel
I'm on them
comfortable.
Skype calls, I'm naked from the waist down. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think I could do the math on it. I mean, not like my commute sucks. It's like 20 miles, and I'm doing a reverse commute, so it takes me like a half an hour.
Oh, I just saw
But
today.
I mean, like that over like annualized, like how much gas is
Whoa,
that going to
You're
be?
gonna get analyzed?
Annualized.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my hearing's off.
Yeah.
I was like, that's gonna be
How much does
extra.
that- Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, then I'd be like, okay, you're justified to get a raise.
I feel like I'm getting analyzed with this.
Did you ever get your promotion?
Nah.
Oh, those bastards! You deserve a raise.
You have been analyzed.
Yeah.
In so many ways. I'm looking for a new job right now. But the only thing that works in my favor is like having my like knee issue right now is like I could negotiate my way into not having to go into the office at all from now until probably November.
This son of a bitch. I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, it's a drastic call. But I don't know. I've been toying with the idea. I was talking to my coworker, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like, no, I didn't know that you needed surgery." And I was like, "Yeah, but I can like still kind of walk, but like I can." But they're saying like I could also just be in a brace and on crutches until the surgery, but like I don't know if I like go into the office, like with crutches and stuff. She's like, "No, work from home." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, but it's gonna be like my surgery probably wouldn't even be until like August,
He's gonna pull.
and then it's gonna be like,
oh.
and then it's gonna be like 4 months of recovery after that." But in the meantime, like I can walk, but I shouldn't walk.
Make them get you one of them scooters.
So I don't really know what to do. So she was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like our manager, like he'd be fine with that. Like, you know, if you can't walk, you can't walk." And I'm like, "Well, I kind of can, but like, do I milk it or do I?"
Just whenever you go back and see your boss, just like walk into his office. You okay?
Well,
No.
I think what I'm gonna do is like,
Do the Peter Griffin thing
Yeah.
where you go,
Yeah,
just for like 30 minutes. Okay, PJs, you can work from fucking home. Stop.
Every time your boss just walks by, just
I think what I'm gonna do is like, whenever I get my brace, whenever that's supposed to be, like, I'm gonna show up, like, day one on crutches, right? Get the sympathy factor going.
just be
And then-
obnoxious about it.
Oh no, I think he knows right. Well, I'm just gonna leave the crutches right outside my cubicle, so that like, he knows that I'm on crutches.
Oh, sorry, boss. I didn't mean to leave my crutches in your way.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, like," and then explain the situation, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, you don't have to come in." I'm like, "Really? Because this process is gonna be quite a long time," and just like put it on him to make the call.
Guilt trip him.
Yep, yep. I'm passive aggressive as hell.
Goes into a meeting. Oh, sorry guys, I'm running a bit slow here. On crutches, in case you didn't know.
But watch
Yep.
this boss be that ass like, I don't give a fuck. Get your ass in here now. Fuck, that didn't work.
Yeah,
you man.
I don't know, but like 3 days a week's bullshit, and I'm going like, I'm gonna look for a new job at a company that's 2 days. And they're like, they call it because like our company's like growing and like there's an increased need for collaboration. It's like, no, bull. It's like you have a massive facility. Like the building or it has like 5 buildings. They're like hundreds of thousands of square feet with like skyways between them all. A huge. I've never seen a building that big. And it's not being utilized. So they have to justify the expense. So they're making everyone go back in. And it's like, where are we drawing the line? When are we going back? When are we doing 4 days? Like, you might as well just go back to 5 days a week.
You come back for your... Yeah, I was going to say you come back from your surgery. That's what it's going to be. You're going to
Yeah.
go in every day.
Oh, and like the VP of our division was like, she thinks that she's so awesome. And she's like, 6 months ago, we had a meeting in person with her. And she was like, oh, like I'm fighting so hard to keep us at like 2 days a week in the office because I know that one of the perks of working at this company is like the flexibility. And it's like, well, you did a fantastic job with that, lady. Because it's not...
She said that to y'all and then walked out the door and be like, fuck them, 3 days a week.
Pretty much. Because like half of our team is in Costa Rica. And like
That's
they
a
started
long-ass
going-
commute.
Yeah, I know, right? And they started out, like when we went back into the office, like they started out as going 2 days a week, and they had to downgrade to 1 day a week because their building wasn't as big and they didn't have room for everyone when it was 2 days a week. So they're not going back up to 2 days a week or 3 days. They're staying at 1 day. It's just the U.S. It's like, screw you people.
They're also a fraction of your paycheck.
I mean, true. Well, I mean, we're all getting paid regardless of how many days we're in or out of the office. I feel like I should get paid more for having to go in more.
Okay, yeah, they'll give you your raise since you have to go in a couple more days. They're just going to fire, 6 of those people from Costa Rica that work for you. Sound good?
It's the opposite.
Oh, you work for them?
No, like they'll
fire you and
no, they'll fire because there's one other person in my team that is like located up here.
Gee, so what kind of?
My team, my department is very small. We have, including my manager, 6 people. So there's the manager, myself, and 1 person up here, and then there's 3 down in Costa Rica.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So, to put it politely.
So I'm saying, you said that they need a camaraderie or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't work.
Just create a Snapchat text with each.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like this notion of collaboration does not apply to our team at all. Like our jobs can be done fully remote. In fact, like the team that we're kind of correlated with, which is much bigger. They have like 30 people at our location and then another 20 people in Minnesota. And like,
oh damn,
they all did
spread out everywhere.
Yeah. And like everyone did fine during the pandemic, or when everyone was working fully remote. Like, posted some of the best numbers. So that's why I'm saying it's like it's not about collaboration.
It's because when you're working from home, they're paying you to play iRacing.
That's true. Yeah, but that's because my job's a joke. I mean, if I were on like the associated team, like you'd actually have to work because they have a lot to do. It's just, yeah, my job's a joke. Whatever I do, it doesn't mean anything. So like if I write up a whole report and express concerns, I don't know if you've seen in the news about like, it's probably around here more so, but like Stewart Health filing for bankruptcy. It impacted a lot of hospitals around here. And in all of my reviews for these hospitals, I've been saying like they're gonna go bankrupt. They're gonna go bankrupt for 2 years. I've been saying this, and for 2 years they have not given a flying F about what I have to say about it. And as a result, when they filed for bankruptcy, they lost $5.5 million. So,
You're listening
like,
to PJ's ranting about them going bankrupt.
right, like I'm a crazy person, but
I told you, motherfuckers!
Tinfoil hat. They're all gonna go bankrupt.
Alex
Right,
Jones? No, PJs.
but I write like all of these reviews on this stuff and express my concerns and like predict what's going to happen, and it's all for nothing. Like, so my department exists but isn't taken seriously. So I could literally, for an account that like a hospital that like has a credit limit that I can approve myself, like I could literally just write like blah 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 and then set the credit limit and move on, and it wouldn't matter. So like useless. So yeah, I work 2 days a week, and those are my in-office days. So now I'm like, what am I going to do with this third day? I'm already
binge watch.
Well, I already take my iPad into work and watch On Patrol Live while I'm doing my reviews. I've binge watched every single show, so now I'm just screwed. Yep. Anywho.
Oh, that's a question I wanted to ask you. What's the difference between a fellow and a resident?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I knew that was coming.
My wife knows.
I was just curious because her surgeon he had two fellows, but then
It's like the number of years outside of your, like, getting your degree. I think you start out as a fellow and then you go to residency. I don't know.
oh, cool. Well, the one that was seeing her this week was a resident. The other two were fellows. So I was like, what's the difference? Because they're doing the same damn thing.
Okay, residency is a 3 to 7 year program where physicians gain supervised experience in a chosen specialty, and then after that they apply and get accepted to a fellowship program. And fellowships are 1 to 3 years in length and provide physicians with specialized training in an even more focused area of medicine. So it would go residency, then fellowship. So I was right with that. My reasoning was unfounded.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned something too.
So I was like, because my wife was like, well, she asked what the difference was. I was like, I don't know, to be honest with you. That's a question for PJs.
Yeah. That's a question for Mrs. PJs.
Oh yeah, did you show her the picture? The MRI picture?
I did. Yeah.
Oh. What'd she say?
Uh, I mean, she's not like an MRI expert, so there wasn't a whole lot to really discuss on that. It's basically just like with the MRIs, like they have all the images and then they have like the written workup of it in detail, and then they have like a summary at the end. So, reach for the summary at the end.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the MRI. What are you talking about?
The picture of my wife's MRI that I showed you.
Oh. No, I didn't.
I was like, there's words in there?
It should have come with that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was just a picture she posted online of it.
Oh.
That's what I said. I was like,
That was a while back, right?
Yeah, that was a while back.
Damn, how far back? Like March?
No, because she had it at the end of March.
She had the MRI at the end of March?
I thought she had her surgery at the end of March.
Oh, so then the MRI would have been a lot sooner than that, or a lot before that.
That was the week before. And I think I shared it after her surgery, like after her 2-week follow-up appointment. I think.
End of March.
What's up, Steve? It's been like mid-April, I think, when I sent it. Oh, it wouldn't be still in there if that's what you're looking for. I removed it.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't want my wife to yell at me.
Fair enough. What are we doing here? You fertilizing?
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
Keep rolling.
I got everything plant last week.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
So now I'm rolling.
everything's growing. So.
Yep. I just gotta roll everything before we fast forward time. Oh man.
Damn, what are you using to pull that roller?
The case Steiger that I just recently put in. Because Tony was complaining that he didn't have anything that could pull it. So I...
Does it take a lot to pull that?
It takes a large tractor. It's not like you need a ton of horsepower for it, but it does take a larger tractor for it. The only reason we're using this one because it takes so long to roll it with anything else. The time going forward. Track's officially over. Nice. How'd y'all do?
Would the Ford one do it too?
It
looks like it has the same horsepower and it's identical. It's the same tractor, just different skin.
No. The Ford one's a smaller one than the one I'm using. The one I'm using is a case Steiger.
They look identical.
Mine has 525 horsepower. The one you're using is a 375. No, no. You're looking at the smaller Panther. I got the last one. The Tiger.
Okay.
You need. You need at least 350 horsepower.
Damn. And even
So,
that won't be slow.
I mean, yeah. If you get the Ford one and get the biggest engine in it, you have some wiggle room. The whole district at our place, so we had like 20
Yeah, but it'll go a lot slower.
For the boys, 9 for the girls. It's not bad. Yeah, it'd probably go about the same. Because once you have it unfolded, it slows it down anyway. But the last one you can get in a case paint job too. That's what Tony did. I got the green, he got the red.
I'll just do that then.
Wee-oh. Oh yeah, I did it come up in my Facebook feed for some reason that they're doing a Harry Potter thing up in Boston sometime this fall or something like that.
Yep. They're putting commercials out for it, and looking at the commercials and like the exhibits that they're showing, I was just like, that looks so stupid.
I didn't see what all it consists of. I just saw said it was a Harry Potter experience in Boston.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke, if I had to guess.
I'll tell you what, that Forbidden Forest experience, that was pretty cool. I think the only other one that was in the US was in New York. But they had like different stuff set up throughout the it was a trail, and they had different creatures set up that you'd find in the Forbidden Forest, and they had like movie screens out there where it looked like a unicorn was walking in the trees, and then like they had the centaurs out there. It was pretty neat. Then you could get different snacks and butterbeer and all that jazz, of course.
I mean, the butterbeer is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know what it was that they got. Nobody liked what they got to eat except for me. I don't even remember what it was, but mine was good. Everybody else was like, ew, this is kind of nasty. I was like, that's why I went with what I like. I saw cherry on top. I was like, give me that. That's what I want. It had like a lemony taste to it.
I just feel like they're doing those exhibits because it's like a quick money grab.
Oh yeah, 100%. People see Harry Potter and they jump all over it.
Yep.
Crazy expensive. If she didn't get the media pass to go, I don't think we would have done it. That shit was expensive. Like, there's no way. And then they're like, hey, they reached out to her. She's yeah, no, 100% I do want to do this. Ah, the hair. Butterbeer, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Wait, Steve the teacher doesn't know what butterbeer is?
Did Steve the teacher read any of the Harry Potter books, or at least watch the movies? Like, how could you have not at least watched the movies? JT, have you watched the movies?
No, he hasn't.
What?
I guarantee you he hasn't.
It appears he's AFK.
Oh, PSO. JT!
Huh?
No, he's just dumb.
Just
What?
ignoring me.
Oh, sorry, I was listening to Metallica. What's up?
Have you seen any of the Harry Potter movies?
No. I've only read like one Harry Potter book.
He's never
Ooh.
read the books.
He said he read one.
I
He
read
one.
I read the first one, and that
No,
was
Steve.
Oh, well, that's
Steve says,
Oh.
seriously, I've never read them. And I own the first 6. My wife has the others.
it. Well, the only reason I've
there's
even
only
read
the
the
one letter.
first
Yeah,
book was
that's what I
I
was
was forced
thinking.
to.
Oh, dude.
Forced to.
I read them every year because
Yeah,
it was like,
school.
yeah, for the star reading or whatever, like, you'd make your marking period points just by doing 2 of the first ones, and then the big ones, the last few, that can make your whole marking period alone. And you had, like, they had to see you reading it at least a little bit in class for them to believe you, because a lot of us would just go in there and take it every year, and they're like, no, you gotta prove that you're reading the book. Okay, I read it. I answered the question.
Yeah, I didn't
What's
really
up,
read
Alan?
it.
How are you?
They'd ask questions like, "What's the book about?" I was like, "I don't know."
There's
some
7
fucking
books.
poor
Okay.
English kid
Yeah,
that
7
went
books,
to a
8
wizard
movies.
school.
Spark Notes. Or Cliff Notes. That's what I did for all of the books that I had to read in school.
That's your problem, JT. You didn't read Harry Potter, so you got no imagination, sir.
I never could get into those kind of stuff. I mean, the most sci-fi thing I could get into is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Dun, 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 dun. You know, they brought up a pretty good point that just completely changed the way I watch those movies.
But
Captain Jack Sparrow's always like lucky and getting out of like sticky situations, but when he doesn't have his hat, he always gets caught, or things didn't go his way. So there are a lot of people are pointing out, is like, if you realize every time he's in a bad situation that he can't get out of, his hat's gone. But if he has his hat, he always gets out of those situations. So they're saying his hat's lucky or whatever.
Yeah, interesting.
possibility.
And I was like, you know what? That's a good point.
Posham ability.
Where should I start?
Ooh,
And also, it looks like everything could be fertilized again. So, would you want me to go out with the sprinkler fertilizer?
Oh, if you want, I do have the sprayer at my place.
Yeah,
But
I feel like this will do a lot better job.
yeah, okay. Everything on my side I've gotten done, so everything in the middle, 9
Okay.
down through 11, needs to be rolled.
Okay.
Besides, no,
Would
the
you
rest
prefer
of
fertilizing or
class,
rolling?
I don't really read much. Back in the day, I would get my ESPN Max and read them cover to cover. Didn't get Playboy this time. Okay, Steve.
I can do both.
It's up to you. Whatever you rather do, sir. I don't know if they're ready to be.
Looks
Oh yeah,
like they can be
50%.
fertilized,
So
yeah.
it should be good to go.
Yeah. All right. I'll bring this over back to my place and
Steve got Playboys for the articles. He shows up to class
The
with
old
a
fertilizer.
Playboy.
I'll just need the
Steve, what are you reading there?
fertilizer
Oh, I just
tank.
Playboy magazine's got an interesting article about Viagra. Ah, man. A boot. Bum bum. Ba-dum. 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 Ah, down. Man. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I hate getting old.
Yeah, same.
I did piss the construction workers off, and I guess they don't realize that our walls are thin enough that I can hear them cussing me from the kitchen. So they when I got back home today, they were, for some reason, they have the entire middle of the complex blocked off, but for some reason they chose right in front of my apartment to unload a truck. So as soon as the forklift backed away and took off, I whipped my car in there and parked in my spot. And I went in and I heard them cussing and raving on that I parked where I was, and they had to back the truck up. And I was like, well, I mean, it's your fault for unloading in this area where people are currently coming and going about their daily lives, not the whole 2 blocks you got back there completely blocked off. It's your dumbass fault, not mine.
It's true.
What's up, Aiden? How are you? My day would be a lot better if I could get over this, whatever this is. That's what they get for turning my water off without saying anything, bastards.
Damn straight.
I'd just like a heads up, like, they don't have to like, yeah, every time they turn it off, they don't have to be like, hey, your water's going to be shut off for X amount of time. Just be like, hey, we're currently working on the water. It could be shut off sometime this week. Just a heads up. That would be nice. Not just you get up, go to the bathroom, and try to wash your hands, and no water. Bastards.
It's not an unreasonable request.
No. Technically, they're supposed to give us a 24-hour heads up by the city, whatever it's called, because they got in trouble last time they did it because they didn't give us a 24-hour heads notice that they were shutting off the water for, I think it's anything longer than like 3 hours. They're supposed to give us a 24 hours head notice.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't, and they had it shut off for a whole fucking day. So they got reamed out for that one. I guess they didn't learn their fucking lesson. Maybe somebody should report them again.
Maybe that person should be you.
I don't stir the stink.
I missed something. Where the hell is this thing? Where the hell's the fertilizer thing? Did sell it?
Talking about my trailer?
No, I'm talking about the thing on the back of the trailer attachment. Like, am I blind?
It was somewhere weird. Where was that? I saw it.
I don't know. I'm just like tabbing through vehicles or on the map to see if someone has it attached. Like, is there any chance you used it for the first round of fertilizing?
No, because I have the planners do it.
Right.
I'd seen it somewhere. It was sitting off somewhere weird, and I can't remember where it was.
Like, not attached to anything?
No, it was attached to the tractor you had it on.
Right, but all my tractors are back here.
It's not in the shop. It was under sprayers, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell you that. Nope. It has to be under miscellaneous then. But it's not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Did you take it out?
No. Let me see. What's it called?
What was it called?
That's what I just asked myself.
Yeah. Because that would have been from April 5th. But it's not under that. So is it from the 8th? Like Caprari or
That's it. The Caprari or whatever.
Caprari.
Yeah.
But do you have it in?
Yep, that's it. All right.
Wish you could search.
Huh. I'm not seeing it.
It's not in here, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's weird because I didn't take it out. Is there anything else missing?
I have no clue. It's not under fertilizer spreaders. It's not under sprayers.
Oh, I might have boo-booed.
Oh no.
It's right, it would, because it's CAP, right? The spelling?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so it would have been right next to that crop duster plane, and I think I accidentally clicked off on it instead of the crop duster.
Damn.
I'll have
right.
it re-edit for next week, because I meant to change, because I wanted to go through and remove anything that nobody was using, and switch a couple things out this week, but the way I was feeling, I didn't bother with it. So. That's on me. That's my bad.
It's all good. I'll just roll. What the hell's going on with this? Come on.
Let me write down my little post up here. Actually, let's hire help, and we'll go through this real quick. Owned. So those stay. Are you using the roll-offs at all?
Use what?
The roll-off bins? Are you using them at all?
No. No, because I don't think the Great Harvester can unload into them.
That's what we were using, I thought.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Tony's using that. Oop.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Is anyone using the other Ford Steiger? No. The hell? I'm using that. Is anyone using these? Yes. Anyone using that? Yes. Anyone? Yes. Yes. Okay, so all those stay. Harvesters. Yeah, alright. Forage harvesters. I can get rid of the JD 5830. Nothing in that. Forestry machines. Okay. Animals. No. Crop protection. I already got removed crop duster. Slurry tanks. Mowers. Wheel loader. I don't have any of that. Yeah. I'm using those. That. Tony's using that. Okay. Alright. Trailers. Nobody owns these, right? Get rid of the wagon pack. Wagon pack. So, have you found any driving trannies yet, JT?
Huh?
Have you found any train driving trannies yet?
No, I haven't been up in Nebraska.
Oh.
Oh I forgot that got released.
Yeah, I'm doing it tomorrow.
I had to wait till I get paid to get it.
I got it in the new skin pack for some reason.
Because you get it all for free every
I
time.
haven't figured out why yet. I still think it has something to do because my wife got it as a review key that it buys everything.
Well, however you got it, I wouldn't argue with it.
No, I'm not complaining.
Is that the plan for tomorrow?
Yeah.
You gotta send an updated list of mods.
I wasn't. Well, I wasn't gonna change anything unless something got outdated, and I was gonna remove it. Because it's a new update. I don't know if everything it will work with the new update or not. I'll do it first because my wife works, which is going to be an early stream. So, because she works, she has to go in at 8 tomorrow, and then she works till 12, and then she has to go back in at 4:45 and work till 9:30.
All right, now I won't be around for it.
Yeah. So I would say there's an event going on, so I might just do it the next 2 weekends.
Right.
Because she's supposed to have off next Saturday. Which, the speculation right now is she's about to get a promotion. If she gets a promotion, she's only got to close one night a month. So, unless they require her to close on a fucking weekend, should be going back to normal after she gets this promotion. Which her boss and her boss's boss both want her to get. So the only holdup is the person that currently holds the title.
Right.
Is
the worst.
Yeah. Right now, she was literally doing nothing to the point where they just told her that she needed to take a leave of absence. So she's gone currently, but they're still trying to fix her fuck up. So. But her boss's boss kept questioning her about when she can go back to full duty, and she turned her note in on Thursday to go back full duty. So
Not really attentive.
huh?
The boss, I'm saying, not really attentive.
Oh
then.
no, no. She the it was the fellow that he didn't even really know what to say. He was asking my wife what to put in the note for late
Gotcha.
duty, and she was like, just the usual stuff like no lifting heavy objects, take breaks when needed, sort of stuff. He's like, okay, yeah, sounds good. He typed that, but he didn't put a date when she could go back full duty. So they needed a note on hand. So every time her boss's boss showed up, she was like, "When can you go back full duty?" And so she's thinking that's what the holdup was. Her boss's boss is waiting her to go back for full duty. Today was the first day she seen her. So she's like, "You're able to go back full duty yet?" And my wife's like, "Yep, I got the note. Turned it in on Thursday." Nice. She's supposed to be coming back in on Monday, so we'll see. I think I'm fully Team Wawa now, by the way.
Yeah.
I tried the thing that they have at the how they have like the hot foods there at the register.
Mm-hmm.
They have a pepperoni bagel melt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
was like biting into a slice of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are we
Breakfast
Team Wawa
pizza.
now? I think we're Team Wawa now.
Mm-hmm. Everyone gave me a hard time about that.
Plus, their point system, you can actually, if you, because that's like my wife's go-to for lunch, get a sub from there. So like, the points add up, and if you get 1,000 points, which is super easy to get 1,000 points, you can use that to get 30 cents off a gallon at the pump.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And their pumps, you can activate them through your fucking phone. Like, you don't even have to swipe a card or nothing. You just show up, put your name or your pump number in, and it activates it through your fucking phone. I'm like, this is fucking sweet. We've been missing
That's
out.
pretty good. Yeah. Telling you, people have been sleeping on Wawa.
And
And it all started with the Thanksgiving sub.
I'd still never try that nasty son of a bitch. Yeah. I'm good on that. My only complaint is they don't serve, like, the chicken sandwiches until after 4 p.m. I'm like, what do you want a chicken sandwich for lunch? They only do...
You get a Thanksgiving sub instead.
They only have those during the freaking fall months. You can even get a Thanksgiving platter. You know that, right? So instead of putting it all on a roll, you can get it all on a plate. But no. So they only serve pizza, hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, and fries after 4 p.m.
Okay. Well, I mean, it makes sense. They gotta...
I can understand the pizza and the burgers, but chicken
Inventory
sandwich,
control.
really? I feel like a chicken
Yeah, I mean,
sandwich is a lunch thing too.
True. Yeah, and like pizza's more of a dinner thing.
Yeah, pizza, burger, I get all that. Chicken sandwich. My go-to is the The Southwest Chipotle chicken sandwich. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually, I don't know if I've ever told this story or not. They were actually going to put a Wawa here in my town, and like it was agreed upon and everything. And then when the guy from Wawa showed up with the check, the town wanted more money because they felt like the town was on the up and up, and they deserved more money for it. And he's like, we already agreed on this price. And the town was like, no, yeah, we agreed on it, but we feel like the price has gone up. And they're like, you got to pay the extra. And the Wawa was like, nah, we're out. And just left. It's like, and they wonder why
I do the same thing.
It was stifled for so long. There was no businesses coming to my town because they agreed upon a price, and then they're like, hey, you know what? I think we can get a little bit more. Our
right,
Wawa,
like
our Dairy Queen just opened yesterday.
Yeah, I've never gotten like food there. I've
Dairy
only
Queen?
ever gotten ice cream. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've only
no,
ever gotten ice cream.
My wife I've never gotten food from there, but my wife's always telling me that the food's good. I'm like, if I'm going to Dairy Queen, I'm getting a freaking Blizzard. Yeah.
Yep, you're getting a Blizzard. That's all you're getting.
Like,
or one of the soft serves in like the shell.
Yeah, the dip.
Mm-hmm. Or the red. I don't know if it was raspberry, whatever it is. The
Strawberry.
red dip. Oh, strawberry, man.
I think. Oh no, I'm all caramel. They had it out at the state fair before it came to Dairy Queen here, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, have you tried the new dip cones from Wawa?" And I was like, "What is that?" Like they take it and they dip it into like chocolate, and then it turns into a shell. Like, you talking about the same shit they had out to the state fair for like 5 years now? What do you mean? I said, the one on the corner right across from Pete's Pizza. Like, they've been doing it for years now. What? Do you guys not pay attention?
Did you ever get the one that you can get at the grocery store?
What?
The shell.
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
So good.
I can never, it never turns out right for me. Like, it always, like, like, I guess maybe my microwave
Reese's shell one.
It just turns into like a glob. So by the time you get done eating your ice cream, you just got like this solid hunk of chocolate in the middle of your ice cream.
Yeah, what are you talking? You don't microwave that.
The shell stuff you do? We're talking about different shell stuff. Comes in a little plastic jar, and you have to put it in the microwave for so long. It gets it warm, and then you pour it on top of the ice cream, and it hardens up.
PJ just left.
Oh. Did I offend him?
I don't know. I just heard a bloop bloop.
Oh, man. Stop that. Too early for that shit.
Too early for that shit. I've been up since fucking 2 a.m.
Sounds like a you problem.
I don't.
There he's back.
Yeah, I don't know why I disconnected.
I thought I
He's like, "Did I
offended you with putting in the microwave.
I mean, slightly, but I'm talking about like this kind of stuff. Like, we're not gonna.
Oh, you left the server too. Did you lose that for a second?
Wait, what the hell? Uh-oh. Someone should check on my tractor.
It stopped.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. Copy image. Can't copy the image. Okay. What's going on? Why can't I paste this? Like those kinds of shells.
Yeah.
You don't microwave it.
Back in the day, you had to. I haven't had it in years, but back in the day, you had to put it in the microwave for a couple seconds.
I never microwaved that. It hardens based on like the temperature. So if it's super cold because it's going on the ice cream, it just hardens around the ice cream. Yeah.
Back in the day, you used to have to microwave.
No.
Pretty sure.
Nope.
Pretty sure.
Nope. Nope.
Pretty sure.
You and I are close to the same age.
Pretty sure.
I've never microwaved it once.
I'm pretty sure back in the day, it used to say...
Microwave the bottle.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah.
Yeah, microwave the bottle. What do you think? I'm putting it on, putting it on the ice cream and microwaving it? What the fuck?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you better...
Yeah, you used to microwave the bottle, which, like, nowadays, like, you can't microwave that bottle.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, you used to have to put the bottle in the microwave and heat it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then pour it on there. And let it... See, I'm not crazy.
Right. Okay.
Look, I'm going to bed.
Good night, you bitch nugget.
My bitch tits.
Ooh, you went bitch tits.
Oh.
You hurt his bitch tit feelings.
I did.
Where's the other bitch tits?
I think he's probably butt hurt because I'm pretty sure he re-downloaded The Division, and we didn't play that last night.
Oh. But yeah, JT wanted to play it Saturday night. So
He didn't have it downloaded then.
that's on him. I'm about to send him this fucking...
I only report the news. I don't make it. I got a special like discount code because University of Michigan is selling a controller to go along with the release of a new NCAA game.
Yeah. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm tempted.
I'm tempted too, but I like... Then
No, I mean,
remember...
I'm tempted to get the controller for it.
Yeah.
University of Michigan controller, like.
I got this one that surprising, like it looks cheap as hell, but surprisingly, like it was faster than the Xbox controller I had. I got through Vine, so I'm like, you know, he needs a fucking controller. Like, I'll send him this cheap looking one that works great, and it's rechargeable.
That's
you
the
only have to have,
that's the one that you got to review, right?
yeah. I mean, it looks really cheap, but like it was like I noticed my gaming was a lot smoother, like a smoother experience than my Xbox One.
Well, one of the things, I mean, like Nintendo 64, like they also had like third-party companies making controllers for them, and like those were actually pretty good. I never had a problem with those. It's like we couldn't afford to get like a brand new official Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah, same with like PS2 and stuff. You got one of the one that came with the system.
Yep, and then you buy the aftermarket one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they work fine.
I still swear by that the one I was using just up until recently, the Rock Candy one that I had, the Xbox 360 controller. I was using it for PC the whole time we were doing 5M. That's what I was using. I loved it, and it was $20.
Yep.
At Walmart. And I played right up until the cord. It was so the cord where because it was wired. So over time, you know how they always.
Yep.
It comes loose.
Eventually.
And I finally tossed it. Love that thing. It was translucent, so it was like flashback to the 90s.
Yeah, because that's
translucent.
All of my aftermarket Nintendo 64 controllers were translucent.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I like what I have now. So I have the actual Xbox controller. Just rechargeable with the charging station and 2 batteries.
Yeah, I got.
And what's nice is that the monitors or the monitor stands that I have, the bases have a USB plug-in.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just have that hook up to it so it can sit on my desktop.
Well, I got the Xbox, the actual Xbox controller I got to review that takes batteries, but I also just got to review it's a battery bundle. It comes with a charging station and 4 battery packs that you can recharge. So
heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll never, because I was recording Fallout 4 and just randomly I look up and my controller just died on me. I was like, that ain't happening again. So I went searching on that Vine and I found a 4-pack of battery that comes with a charger for Xbox controller. And I was like, yep, all aboard. Even if it's cheap, you know, at least it's 4 that I can use until they die.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of battery packs, because I'm sitting here looking at the batteries, I gotta get the Quest 2 down to you.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a battery pack here. I've been living a life of luxury with 3 battery packs because I hadn't sent it down
Where
to
have
you.
you been, Brandon? We were just talking about you. My wife was asking about that when I went to walk last. And I was like, because
it's up there. It exists.
I was like, because she was asking me how much you went for it again. And I was like, shit, you asked me that after we just spent $35 fucking to buy a year pass to the state parks. I was like, so I have to ask him again. And
Yeah, because that's why, like, yeah.
she's like,
I
ask
think the
him
last
if
time we talked, I wasn't bringing it up because I know you had like a lot of
yeah,
like the surgery and like overnight stays and stuff like that.
yeah. And then I told her, or she said, asked if you take half now and then half when she gets paid again.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah,
I'll let him know.
I don't care about that. That's fine.
Because we were, because she wanted to go, because we like going for a walk in the parks, but the county park, it's free entrance. Like it's
State
really
park costs
short.
money.
Yeah, it's a really short walk. It's a county park. It's just, but it's
Oh.
like a less than a mile. So the state park is right down the road from that, but it's $4 a day to enter.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is state parks cost money.
So I was like, if we go 9 times, I was like, that pays for it. And she's like, hey, because she's always complaining, like, I don't want to go pay the $4 and then just do half the loop. And I was like, well, think about it. If we just pay the $35, I said, we go 9 times, even if we just do half the loop. I mean, it pays for itself.
Yep.
So I was like, I said, it's not that far from where she works. So, like, tomorrow, like, it's supposed to rain, so that kind of put a damper on that parade. But
Right, but
I was
in
like,
general.
if you like, we can go pick up lunch and just go out there and go to the pavilion and sit out there and have lunch or something. I was like, it don't just have to be for walking the trail.
True.
And now she's on board, or that's how I got her on board. And then she wants me to get my fat ass in a fucking paddle boat. I'm like,
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that shit. I'm like, this is my head. I'm like, this is the least efficient way of transporting yourself on a waterway, but okay.
See, we used to have fun back in the day because there was a campground we went to, and they had the paddle boat. They had like a small pond that they had a little tunnel that you can go through to the other side, and all that stuff. It was pretty neat, but we amped it up because we would all take like one of the little coolers, and we would just pack them full of water balloons, and then we'd get out on the paddle boats, and we'd have water balloon war out there. And the staff thought we were hilarious the first time they saw it. They're like, we don't care as long as you pick up the pop balloons out of the water. They're like, have at it. And they all gathered. They all come out of the damn office there, and they were sitting there watching us, laughing their asses off at us.
Wow.
And we do that every year, and they loved it. She's like, you never get on a paddle boat with me, will you? I was like, I've paddle boated before. Like, that's...
You're like, I will, but I'm bringing a cooler of water balloons.
And you're wearing a white t-shirt. What? Nothing?
Don't worry about it. How do you feel about getting hit with water balloons?
I was like, I feel like I would get middle way out, and then I'd have to do all the work to get us back in.
Yeah, that's where.
And then she said something about the kayak, and I was like, fuck no. I was like, I'm not ending
I
up in
love kayaking.
I'm not ending up in the damn water.
No. The only time you have to worry about ending up in the water is if you do the stand-up paddle boards, the SUPs.
Oh, I thought the kayaks like tip easy.
No, very stable. It's like a canoe.
I thought they tipped easy too.
No,
Oh.
no, unless you're like standing up in the canoe and like moving around like it's a boat. Then yeah, but like your typical canoe, like you just have, in kayaks, like you have to be a little careful getting in and out. Whereas, like, you don't have to be as careful in a paddle boat, but so long as you're careful getting in and out, like, very stable.
Huh.
Like, especially if you're doing like a individual kayak. So, like, one of my signature, during the time where I was a courting on the dating apps. My my first date thing was renting kayaks on the Charles River. And every single time it went over phenomenally because like the kayaks are stable, so you don't have to worry about someone falling in. And you can both kind of like do your own thing. So like I wouldn't recommend a tandem kayak if you're gonna do renting kayaks. Don't. It's the equivalent of like renting a tandem bike.
Okay, now you say that, then okay, maybe I'll try a kayak. But
Yeah, individual kayaks.
I always
Like,
thought I thought the
very stable.
'cause
So
I
you're
feel
talking
like
about the really short ones, the ones that are like 6 or 8 feet long, like the ones that are made for whitewater rafting. Like those are unstable and they're designed to be unstable. But like I rented like a 14-foot kayak has like a rudder on the end and like the pedals for your feet, so you can direct the rudder, and like those things are so stable. You won't go anywhere.
I don't know which one they offer.
Highly recommended. Regardless, highly recommended.
Well, you said the other ones are designed to fit. Like I want to get one of those. Of course, it's just a
Oh no,
freaking
the whitewater
pond.
rafting. Yeah, the whitewater rafting ones. Yeah, I mean, they're designed for whitewater rafting. But like, the rental companies will have the appropriate kayak for whatever kind of water source you're working with. So if you're talking about like a lake or a pond,
Yeah, it's a pond.
yeah, then you'll probably get like a 12-foot kayak that's got like a storage container on the front, storage container on the back, and you can just kind of like slip on in, or you can do like the open kayaks, which don't have any kind of coverage. It's like a sea kayak, I think is what it's called. But for that, it'll just be like a regular kayak. Do they have those rentals at the state
Yeah,
park?
that's what I'm looking at now. The rental fees. They have canoes, pedal boats, single kayak, tandem kayak, paddleboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Stay away
those
from
only
paddle
have
boards.
oh wait, those are only available at Trout Pond, not Killings.
Okay.
Um,
Like they're fun and all. Like,
and then they have rowboats.
no. I feel like rowboats is like old technology. Like, why are you rowing a boat? Come on. Do they show the types of like canoes and kayaks, or
No,
they just
that's what the bummer part is, because they don't show pictures. They show pricing. They have them set up
Just
out
like-
there. Next time they go.
yeah? Check out what they have. Take a picture. What's the pricing?
For a
It's
single
usually
kayak hourly rate is $10.
That's
For
not
daily,
bad.
it's 50. And
Well,
then
dailies, yeah. I don't think you'd be using it daily.
no, for the whole day.
Right, right. So, $10 an hour is really good.
And then tandems are 12. Pedal boats are 11. Canoes are 9.
I mean, canoes require a lot of like. So I stuck with, like I said, for like the dating stuff. I stuck with individual kayaks because you can do your own thing. If you're in the same manually powered floating device, it requires communication. Regardless of what it is, except for a paddle boat, I guess. So, like for canoes and kayaks, like you have to coordinate like the strokes.
Yeah, what side and everything.
Yep. Yep. So, depends on your guys' communication style.
Me yelling out directions, her saying, I didn't hear you the first time.
Like, if it's going to cause an argument, do your own thing. But if you think you can handle doing that together, I would say, like, the best thing would be a two-person kayak. Because that's the easiest. But the most communication is a canoe, for sure.
How you gonna get to the water with no axles there, Brandon? Yeah, we went. Which Mother's Day was a disaster.
Oh no.
But it was a couple days after we got our park pass, and it was rainy that day. But the rain had just stopped enough after we got done with our miserable dinner that I was like, we could stop by Killen's Pond and just park there at the boat ramp. I was like, because there's definitely nobody out on the pond today. I was like, we can just park at the boat ramp. I said, then we can walk out on the bridge and get a picture, because for some reason our youngest one actually agreed to it. She hates getting pictures, and everybody was dressed up. So my wife was like, oh yeah, well, you're not supposed to park there unless you're there for boating activities. It's posted all over the place. But there was, when we parked there, there was a Escalade parked there, and then as we were getting out walking towards the bridge, a Mini Cooper pulled up. And as soon as we stepped foot on the bridge, don't you know, DENREC officer whips up in there, and he's sitting there. As soon as he pulls up, this old lady, I mean, she's hauling ass across the walkway there, and she jumps in the Escalade and takes off. So something tells me she was fishing without a fishing license, and she knew he was going to check it. And then the Mini Cooper peeled off as soon as he put his Tahoe in park. And my wife's like, "Are we good?" I'm like, we have the state pass." I said, "You're not supposed to park there unless you're doing something boating activity wise." I said, "But I don't think he's going to say anything because there's literally no one here." And he just sat there and he watched us the whole time. And we got a couple pictures and then walked back to the car. He didn't say anything to us.
No, he was checking the fishing license.
And that's what I told her. I said pretty much he's probably sitting there seeing if there's anyone. Everyone's got their passes and their fishing license.
Yeah, and if someone's like throwing a boat in, like making sure they have like the right amount of life preservers and all that stuff.
Yep.
It's just like.
But we went to Cheddar's, all right? It's Mother's Day.
Yes.
I understand service is going to be slow on Mother's Day because it's Mother's Day.
Cheddar's is fucking dope.
So we went and we ordered our appetizer. I think we waited an hour for our appetizer to come out. And he's like, "Do you want to speak to a manager?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I understand. It's a busy day. It's going to be slow." We were sitting right next to the bar, and while we were sitting there, we watched the bartender break not one, not two, but three separate glasses. One of them in the ice thing. So that required a whole freaking ordeal of cleaning out all the ice and making sure there's no glass in there. And then, so our appetizer finally comes out, and then our meal comes out. I'm missing a side, and I tell the woman who brought out our food wasn't even our waiter. I was like, "Ma'am, I'm missing my side." And she goes, "Oh yeah, I can get that for you." I finished pretty much my entire meal before that other side come out, and he was like, he come back over and he was like, "I'm sorry, they said you were missing a side." I was like, "Yeah, do you see French fries on this plate?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll get that for you." And then, like 20 minutes goes by and some other dude brings it out. But as I'm sitting there and watching, there's an older couple right next to us, and she asked for boxes. He comes out and just like tosses the boxes on the table and makes a beeline for another table. I'm like, that's weird. That's what's going on there. So I overhear the woman say, "This isn't going to work. We need the bigger boxes." And they wait and they wait and they wait, and we're sitting there waiting for him to come back to us because we need boxes as well. So finally he shows back up after like 15 minutes, and he's like, "You guys ready for boxes?" It's like, "Yeah, we've been ready for a while. We even hit the little call waiter sign." And he still didn't show up. So he comes back by, and we're like, "We need our..." Oh my god. We're like, "We need our boxes." He comes back with our boxes and the other couple's bigger boxes. He throws them each on the table and makes a beeline for this other table again. Well, then I watched him and realized what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Him and this woman at this table were constantly flirting with each other. And I was like, okay, makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
As he was doing. Because he was doing the same thing with my wife when we first got there. Like, he was like, "Oh yeah, that's a great show. Oh yeah, He specifically, he stood next to me, and then he saw her, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go around to this other side of this table." And he was like, everything she said, he had some sort of. I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing." And my wife wasn't giving him anything back. So then, once he realized he wasn't getting anything back, he hauled ass to the other table.
Like, "I'm done with this table."
Yep.
Yep.
So we were there for a total of about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is ridiculous." He got the lowest tip I ever tipped someone in my life. He only got a couple dollars. And that was just because I wanted to even out what I was paying.
Right.
Hello, Austin. But yeah, that was my.
Well,
worst.
I mean,
well, I don't know. That the other experience I had is where I ordered chicken tenders and they gave me fish, but I think that one tops it. At least our waitress that night was nice.
I mean, Mother's Day, like, I don't know. I didn't realize how big it was for like going out to eat.
Oh yeah, it's a lot bigger.
Like,
it's like one of the biggest days for restaurants.
Yeah,
That
apparently.
Valentine's Day. I mean, put it this way. I was in the store afterwards, and a guy got a phone call, and he was like, "Yeah, they told us it's going to be a 2.5 hour wait for a table of 5 at Cheddar's." It's like, shit. I'm glad we got there when we did.
Yeah, so we went to Longhorns for my mother-in-law, and they don't have a they don't do reservations. They have like a wait list,
Yep.
like an online wait list.
Fun fact:
And-
the same people that own Longhorn owns Cheddar's.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
And they were no, like that was like one of the worst experiences I've had, because like I've been to Longhorns before, and like it's always pretty good. And for this one, I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, you know what? I've been to Longhorn a few times, and I actually enjoy it more than Texas Roadhouse. Don't get me wrong, Texas Roadhouse destroys them in the rolls and butter, but like
Yeah.
the overall the meals are better at Longhorn. But Longhorn's never as busy as Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, and then like don't get me wrong on this, but like I kind of like Outback over both of them.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But I'm talking like,
But they're
Well-
shutting down. They're shutting down
oh really?
Outbacks. Yep.
Ooh. Probably because it's so expensive compared to the other chains. Longhorn's hella cheap. And then Texas Roadhouse is a little bit
Yeah.
more expensive, and then Outback is like crazy expensive.
I mean, yeah, when you compare the three together,
Yeah.
Outback is the most expensive. However, if you go to an actual steakhouse,
Oh, yeah, well,
Like-
yeah.
it's just like for the price you're paying, the food you're getting is fine. So yeah, Outback is the most expensive, but when I ask for a steak that's medium, it will come out medium at Outback versus Longhorn. It comes out as like, like well done.
Huh. No, I haven't had that.
Because it's a bigger chain, they don't want to deal with lawsuits and all that stuff, so they just like overcook everything, and they're busier. So they're letting their steaks sit there for a little bit longer. I would put
I will say this: the worst steak I've ever had out wasn't from Outback, but they gave me a new steak plus comp my meal, and gave us a free coupon for a free bloomin' onion to make
which
up
is
for it.
worth it. Which is
Yeah.
worth it. Like that makes up for it. Good, like
Yeah.
that negates the bad steak.
Yeah, because they were like, they were like, what?
So sorry about that.
The steak, to describe it the best way I can, it tasted the way that cow shit smells. Like, that's the only way I could explain it. And I took 2 bites of it, and I was like, I can't eat any more of this. And I was eating my fries and everything, and then when the waiter came by, he was like, "Is everything all right?" I said, "This steak is disgusting." I said, "I'm not going to eat it." I was like, "I'll pay for my sides." I was like, "But I don't want that steak." And he's like, "Well," he goes, "What can we do?" I was like, "He's like, can I get you a new one?" I said, "Is it going to taste like that?" No. I was like, "I'll just eat my side." I said, "You just take the steak off." So that's when the manager came by, and he was like, he goes, I really apologize for it. He goes, I put in a new steak for you. He's like, it's fresh off the truck. God
Free,
damn.
of course.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say he's going to comment. He's like, I just put in a new one for you. He's like, I hope he goes, it's fresh off the truck. I hope it's better. And he was like, is there anything else I can do for you? I was like, no, as long as the steak tastes good. I was like, we're good. So not only did he come back by later on, like the manager himself, to give us the bill, he was like, he goes, I've included a coupon for a free Bloomin' Onion for the troubles. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And then he was like, is there any other blah blah blah, all that jazz. I was like, no, we're good. I was like, the second one was way better. He's like, oh, good, I'm glad to hear it. And then he walked off, and I looked at the bill. I was like, wait a minute, why is this so fucking cheap? And I realized they completely took my meal off. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and he didn't say anything about it. I didn't ask about it. He just did it. And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I actually had 2 recent experiences with that. One, we went to a brewery, and like we got like individual like 10-inch pizzas, like bar pizzas.
Sorry about that, guys.
Like, I wanted like bacon pepperoni and the hot honey sauce, or the hot honey on it. And my pizza came up, and it didn't have the bacon on it. And the bacon was like $1.50 extra. And so I was just like, I got the pepperoni and the hot honey, so like, not a big deal. Came over, it's like, well, it didn't come with the bacon. I was like, I know, but like, it's not a big deal.
I know, you order bacon, you're getting bacon.
Yeah, that's what happened. So when she came back to, like, let's see if we want another beer, she was like, well, actually, like, my husband ordered this, and it didn't come with it. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you want us to make you a new one? And I was like, no, because, like, this is super tasty, as is. And then she came back at the end. She was just like, just so you know, I took the pizza off the bill. I was like, what? Why? Like, subtract the $1.50 for the bacon. Like, I ate it. I ate it.
That's what
They took the whole pizza off of the bill. I was like, oh, all right, that's insane, but okay. I'm not going to complain about a cheaper bill. And the most recent was my dad and I went to a golf simulator place. It's like indoor golf, and like they have a menu of essentially just like appetizers and some basic entrees, and it was like literally everything that we ordered they were out of. So my dad was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get 3 hot dogs, and then we're gonna get like 2 orders of chicken tenders, 1 buffalo, 1 barbecue, and we'll do some hash browns. And she came back, she's like, we're actually out of tenders. And she's like, we actually don't have buns for the hot dog.
What?
Yeah. And so we just like worked around the menu, and the only other thing they had was like bar pizza, and I was like, all right, well, I'll just have that. And she came back, she's like, we only have cheese. I was like, at this point, like, I don't give a flying fuck. Like,
chop up the fucking hot dog, put it on there.
just like, give us, yeah, right. Just like, give us some food. And she came back, she's like, I'm so sorry for all of this stuff. Like, because we just ordered random things. Because I think we ordered like a side of French fries on its own, a side of tater tots on their own, all stuff. And she's just like, of course, all your food's gonna be free. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it's what like
it wasn't a huge. It wasn't like wasn't an inconvenience. Yeah, but like, were we mad about it? No, not at all. We're just like, okay, we'll just do something else. And they just comped all, like, essentially like $75 worth of food. They just comped it.
Yeah, that's the difference because we went to when we went to Cheddar's. I like getting the steak and chicken tender combo, so it comes with a little steak, with like 6-ounce steak and 3 tenders.
Yeah, the tendies are good.
Yeah, well, I ordered that, and well, my steak come out and no tenders, but the youngest one was she got her tenders. And they're like, oh, they have to make a fresh batch of tenders, so yours will be out just soon. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Cut in my steak. My steak's cold, like not even like warm. No, it was cold. Like it's been sitting out for like I'd say like a half hour, just sitting there in open air. I was like, this is cold. And my wife's baked potato was cold. And we're like, what the fuck? Okay. So she comes back by with my tenders and sits them down. And I was like, I hate to bug, but, my steak's cold and my wife's baked potato's cold. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And she takes my plate and she goes, I'll have them reheat this and then I'll just bring you a new potato. My wife's like, okay. I was like, wait, why do you get a whole new potato, but my steak gets reheated? So she brings back out my steak. In the meantime, before she brings back out, I'm eating my chicken strips. I eat 2 of them, and I break into the last one, and it pulls apart really weird. And then I smell it. And I look at my wife. I was like, this is fish. I was like, the first 2 were chicken. I said, but this one's fish. And my wife looked at it and smelled it. She goes, that's fish. I was like, yeah, I know, it's fish. So I sat it down.
Got your stick.
Yeah, so I sat it down, and when she brings back out my steak, the waitress gives like this, ugh, look. She goes, is that fish? I said, yeah, that's fish. I was like, I'm glad you noticed it. I was like, I hate complaining. I said, do it twice in the same setting. I was like, I feel kind of shoddy, but since you pointed it out, one of my chicken strips is fish. She's like, oh my god. And she sits down the plate, and immediately from the way the plate looked, I knew that all they did was stuck the fucking steak in the microwave. So as soon as I took a bite, I was like, this is microwaved. And
as I predicted.
The manager came over. She's like, did you guys have a problem with getting a fishy chicken tender? And I was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, not only that, like, my steak was cold. I said, and now, like, the solution was to put it in the microwave. I was like, you could just, like, toss it back on the grill for a couple minutes. I said, but your solution was to put it in the microwave. I said, and then, she had a cold potato. She did get a brand new potato that's cooked perfectly. I said, but now I have a microwave steak and a fish stick. Oh, well, I'll take care of it. And then she only took off, like, half of my platter. I was like, both meats on my platter were ruined, and you only take half off. Yeah. I would have been okay. Like, I didn't even eat all the steak. I've been perfectly okay for her to take it and give me a whole new steak with an extra tender. Nope.
Well, also one of the biggest problems with that is that when you microwave steak, it actually cooks it quicker. So, like, say you had a steak that was cooked medium, that you go and, like, you couldn't eat all of it, and you want to go heat it up for leftovers.
Yeah.
When you microwave it, it advances the cooking level. So, like, if you cook it for, I think, like 45 seconds or something like that, it turns it into well done.
Yep. Well, that's why I don't microwave my leftover meat. I air fry it. So much better.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, if they just took your steak and microwaved it, like, it also changed the consistency of it.
Yep. And that's why, I could tell right away because how oily the plate was.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's microwave. As soon as I took a bite out of it, I was like, yep.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Yep. I knew right away. And my wife's like, "How
Yeah,
can you
it takes
tell?"
a
I was
lot
like,
for
"Just
me
look at the
to-
plate."
Yeah. It takes a lot for me to say something, but when it comes to cooked meat,
Yep.
I have no problem expressing my concerns.
I don't complain much. I mean, those
No, usually I have my wife complain for me.
3 incidents is over a course of like maybe 8 years. So, it's not like I complain often, but when I do,
Right,
it's
but
when they fuck up my
have
meat.
those complaints been more like recent than in the past?
The
Was
two
my
cheddar
issue-
ones were within the past year, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the restaurant workforce like their ability to give a shit has gone down tremendously since the pandemic.
yeah. And then I offended the Cheddar's waitress the one night because she made the sweet tea, and I ordered the sweet tea and the sweet tea.
Oh, I've had the sweet tea.
Well, she had just made it, so I'm really like picky. Like when my wife makes me sweet tea, I don't drink it right away. I let it sit overnight because like when it's still a little bit like warm, like it doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't taste the same for me. It tastes too weak. I like it strong. So like I let it sit overnight.
Yeah,
And then I
So
start drinking
it's
it.
like steeped sweet tea.
Yeah. So she had just made it, and I was drinking it, and I was like, I mean, it tasted good, but it just you could tell it was just made. It wasn't strong enough for me. So I was like, can I get a Dr.
This is
Pepper
the you
instead
problem.
when she asked for a refill? And she said, oh yeah, okay. And then she come back later on. She was just like, I have to ask, was there something wrong with the tea? I said, no, it's just me. I'm picky. I was like, it was fine. I said, but you could tell it was just made. And it was just when it's just made for me, it just tastes a little bit weaker. I said, so it's completely on me. Oh, okay.
It's an insult.
Yeah, you could tell she was a little bit offended that I didn't like her tea.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'd be offended too.
I tried to explain. I was like, it's just me, and that's the waitress we probably tipped the most. Like, I think she got like a 30% tip because she was just so polite and kind. Like, but
Oh, I know. Yeah, but it's a kick to the nutsack right there.
yeah, but
If that's something that she prepares herself, because most of the things that they make there, like it's not
oh yeah,
like there's no subjectivity to it, you know.
yeah.
So I'm sure
like,
she was responsible for making the last batch of the sweet tea, and I'm sure she was just like, "What did I do wrong?"
Yeah, well, I told her, I was like, it's nothing. There was nothing wrong with it because she was like, "Is there anything wrong with it?" I was like, "No, there's nothing wrong with it." I was
No,
like,
it's
just,
wrong with
I said,
you.
I'm just picky. I was like, if it's
Yeah.
just made,
There's something wrong with you.
I was like, it just tastes a little bit weaker than if it sits for a little bit. Oh, okay. It's just me. Sorry. I told my wife, I was like, I hope I really didn't upset her. It's like, because she's been like the nicest waitress we've had in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah, really rare. Most of them these days, like, just they could care less that you exist. It's like,
especially
now
in
that
Massachusetts,
tipping- now that
it's
tipping
getting
is-
scary because they're trying to. Like, there's a bill, I think, on a ballot of getting rid of tipping and just increasing the wage for servers.
See, I feel like that's
It's a terrible idea.
yeah, because then you're just gonna
Because
have like
there's
shitty
no
service
incentive.
because they're gonna get it
Y-
regardless.
Yep. And if that's the case, like, come on, I'm not tipping.
Yeah. Oh hell no.
And then, like, are you gonna still feel like a dick for not tipping? So they're like the bill, I think, like, increases the wages of servers up to like, I think like $14 an hour or 15, one of the two. And then it's like, well, they're still expecting tips on top of that. It's like, no,
Yeah, no.
no,
No, no, no.
no. If you're getting paid that much, like, I'm not tipping
Jim Bell, how are you, man?
McDonald's. Yeah, you're getting paid the same as them.
It just, it's the whole tipping whole ordeal is getting so far out. Like, they want you a tip for you going in and picking up your food. Like, what the is that?
Yeah, I had
Like,
to do that
I'm
2
walking
days
up-
ago. They were like, how much, like, order something online. And they're
Yeah.
like, how much of a tip do you want to leave? And it's just like, well, I don't really know. Like,
It's like,
I don't know what the quality of my food is, first of all. Like, did you make it exactly as I asked? I don't know.
well, what cooking staff gets paid. Like, they're not doing anything for me other than their job. So why do
Well,
I tip them? Especially
the
when
tips get split between the wait staff and the back of house. So that's why I usually do 20%, because just like the wait staff may have sucked, but like the food was good. Like, I'll still
that's
tip
not how it goes
20%.
around here. It's split like the tips would be split between the waitresses and like the busboy. The cooks who always get paid like what they get paid.
Oh, not around here.
Around here, that's what. Wait, I used to work at a restaurant. That's how it is. Like, if I'm lucky, because I used to be a busboy, a waitress would share tips with me, but you had to get a
But they're
nice
required
waitress.
to.
Yeah, they're not required to.
No, I thought they are required to.
No. Nope. Everywhere I know, the whole tip goes right to the waitress, and you know if.
Oh, not in Massachusetts. No way.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Nope.
because where
That
I
tip gets, that whatever the tip you give gets divided.
yeah, not around here. Because my brother
Which
was
is
even
why
my brother cooked at steakhouse, and then he where else he cooked somewhere else, and then he would end up out at the slots, and then he became a waiter himself, and the tip always went to the waitress. He never got any of it until he became a waiter. Just like I said,
Around here,
when I was a
they-
busboy, I was lucky if the waitress that was working that night would tip me or cut me in.
mhm.
And back in them days, I mean, that was
seems-
like I
this
might
seems
get
a
like
lot worse.
$2 off the table.
I was gonna say that seems a lot worse than what they have in Massachusetts, where it's like the tip gets spread amongst like every part of the staff that was included in your meal.
Oh yeah, no, it's around here. It was like everybody got paid
That's awful.
like their wage, but the waitresses always made under the minimum wage. So
Right, and they relied on tips.
yeah, the tips were
Yeah.
their incentive.
They still do.
yeah.
here.
So no, because of that, the tip went right to the waitress. Like it never got shared.
Right. No, I'm saying that philosophy applies here. Like, their minimum wage is very low, or used to be very low, so they'd rely on tips. But their tips also had to be spread between like the entire team.
Yeah, that's new here, or that's
the-
news to
where-
me. I never heard of that.
So the fact that they're going up to X amount of dollars per hour is basically saying, like, you're still gonna have to tip if you want the backhouse workers to make additional money, which is absolute garbage. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
If
not
you're
in
just
favor of
cooking your
that.
food and you're not providing me any service other than sitting back there doing your job, no, you don't.
Like,
You don't get a tip. It's like
yeah,
if I
because I can
do.
do it myself.
Yeah,
I can do it myself. That's what I chalk it up to.
I tip the waitress, depending on how waitress or waiter, not to be sexist.
Right.
I tip based off how their service is. If they're is
Yep.
good service, they get extra. If their service is okay, they get the minimum. If they suck like that guy from Cheddar's on Mother's Day, then they get what they get.
I've actually docked somebody.
How do you dock somebody who just like take the tip from another table?
No. like it's not docked is the right word, because then I wouldn't be paying my full bill. It's more of a like I pay the exact amount and then I leave a penny on the table.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of an FU move. I've only done it once.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's an awful move, but
yeah.
I've had
And what are you gonna do if you go
I've
into
had
that restaurant
awful
again,
experience.
and
Oh
that's
no,
your server?
it was decided that like we're never going back here ever again.
Ah.
And like it was entirely it was the restaurant's fault. I won't pin it on any single person, but the entire end-to-end process was just garbage. Like our food was inedible. And their solution was the same, to just like throw it in the microwave. And it's like,
I don't understand that one.
that wasn't the problem. That wasn't the problem.
Like, sorry, you're
Like my French fries were still frozen. My steak I ordered medium. It came out well done. So your solution to that is to just heat it up in the microwave. Like basically take my plate and put it in the microwave because the fries ended up being soggy. But it was a half an hour in between our interactions with the waitress. So we spent like 2.5 hours there and ended up eating 0 things. And then left.
Yep, they deserve that penny.
Yep. I was like, yeah, you're not getting a tip. Sorry. $0. And I think I didn't negative hit them because I would still be on the hook for that. I was like, this is the worst service I've ever had in my life. And then left a penny on the table.
It just blows my mind when you go to do takeout, you go to pick it up, and they're like, "Do you want a tip?" Like, I walked up here, you know.
Like you
gonna
only
tip
cooked the
me?
food. Yeah, and you only cooked the food. That's it. Like, you didn't deliver it. There was no service. And like your cost of
You're getting paid more than me to flip that burger, okay? You know.
right. I was like your cost of service is included in the price of the food.
Five Guys is that way now. You go, and they're like, "You want to leave a tip?" I'm like, "No."
Oh,
I walked in here to get. I have to get my own drink. Why would you get a tip?
all the places that like flip the screen around, I 0%.
Yeah.
That's what I give them. Like, I'm not feeling guilty about that. Like, you're not going to remember me. No, thanks.
That's where they get you too, because like you have to look them in the eye. As
Well, they make you feel awful. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whereas if you do it online, like you can just hit no and carry about your day. But then when they flip it around, like they stare at you while you do it, and you're like,
Well, especially at like breweries, that's my biggest problem. Is like you order the beers and stuff, so they take the cup, walk over the tap, fill it up, and then hand it to you. And then they swivel the screen around, and they're like, "Oh, would you like to give a 25% tip on your $8 beer?" Like, no.
do it for each drink. Like they don't just
Like,
wait until like you're done.
I can literally go to the store and buy a 4-pack of what you're selling and not pay a tip. So,
Oh yeah, good point.
I'm not paying a tip for that. I'll pay a tip for something I can't do myself.
It's crazy.
Yep. So much, too.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like if you could take like a $70 bill and then easily make it 100 if you tip what like the minimum. It's just like, jeez.
Well, that's
I
what I
was
was.
kind of well then.
My wife and I have been talking about that, and it's just like, pre-pandemic, like we used to go out to dinner, and it would be like a $50 bill, and we'd pay like $65 on it. Now, it's like literally, it's like everything's $100.
Yep.
Anytime you want to go out to dinner, $100.
Yep.
Anytime you want to go out for the afternoon and like enjoy yourself, $100. Regardless of what you do, it's $100 per outing.
Yep. We reserved our tickets for the Ghost movie. $56 for 3 tickets. That's not including like if you get there,
Fees
popcorn, drinks.
Yeah, you're gonna be $100.
Yep, $100.
And it's like, it used to be like, I don't know if you ever used to watch Rocco's Modern Life.
Yep.
Okay, remember when they went to the ski resort and everything was $5?
Yeah.
So that's my ongoing joke for everything. And like pre-pandemic, it was like everything was $50. Go out to dinner, $50. But like post-pandemic, it's like everything's $100, no matter what you do. Want to go out to dinner, $100.
Donkeys.
Yeah, you want to go and do this, $100. It's like, not getting paid enough for that. Like the level of what you get paid versus the level of what things cost is completely on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Everything was just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when
I
we
know.
used to go in and like
We're talking
get
about
a
that
cart
grocery store.
full, get like a cart full of groceries for like $150 to $200. Now you get like half a basket and you're paying almost $200 for it.
Our grocery bill is, and mind you, this is just for the two of us. Our grocery bill went from like weekly, like $150, and that's getting like good stuff. Now it's over 200.
Yep.
And we were looking. It was like, when did looking at random things? We're just like in the pasta aisle, and so we're looking at like pasta sauce. And up here, it was like, oh, when did pasta sauce go from like the cheapest one you can get from like $2.99 to now, if you want like the next level of cheapest one, it's like $8 for pasta sauce.
Yep.
Like, that's insane.
Everything's just skyrocketed.
I know. And I look at the economy as a whole, and they were like bragging because like the NASDAQ hit like a record high on Friday, like getting past 40,000. And it's like, well, that's great and all, but
There's still people out here struggling to buy groceries for
like that wealth is not helping like the regular people out. They're like, oh yeah, economy's doing great. Really?
That was the trend on TikTok where they're talking about.
But you still can't cut in. But the economy's doing so well, but you can't cut interest rates. Like, come on.
That was a trend on TikTok where they're talking about how, there's people out there barely can afford to buy groceries, and they're spending like what, $50,000 for Met Gala tickets or whatever.
Yep.
Like, you have people out here with college degrees that are barely making ends meet. These rich ass.
That would be me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. What's up, Jesse? How are you, man?
I mean, like, my wife makes like 50 grand more than me. Granted,
Oh, she can buy a Met Gala ticket.
Granted, well, she also went to 2 levels of graduate school above me. But what I don't understand is, like, they draw like a direct correlation between like what the NASDAQ is doing and then like how good the economy is doing. And it's like it's not really true.
Yeah.
Because the average person doesn't have anything invested. Aside from like a 401k or something like that. But they assume that because the stock market's doing well, that the country's doing well. And that's really annoying. Because that's not a good depiction of how well the country's doing. So I guess my suggestion on that would be like invest in stocks.
Yeah, sure. When I get done buying my groceries, I'll use what's left. Here's 50 cents.
Really?
Invest that in the stock.
Well, I mean, like, I took a big risk because I didn't have much in the way of savings. I invested $500 in NVIDIA And as of today, that investment's worth like $5,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
I feel like you really can't go wrong with investing in something like that, though. Computers and everything, it's always gonna be something newer and bigger, better.
It depends. Because, so like, I didn't invest in NVIDIA because of their graphics card. I invested in NVIDIA because of their AI capabilities, because they're kind of leading the world right now in their AI capabilities and what they're going to use it for, because they have a lot of patents.
World domination.
But I also did like the stupid stuff, like I invested in like GameStop when that was the whole thing.
Doggy coin.
Hey, I missed the window of selling that off because I had almost 15,000 in like profits from that, and I ended up holding.
Even me know that's not real money.
I know. Yeah, but I could have made some real money on that. Instead, I held, and now I'm sitting on like 1,000 in Dogecoin, Dogecoin. But I only paid like $400 for it, so it's a good return. But it could have been a lot better. They have Bitcoin. It's not doing well.
Say, I haven't heard much of it recently. Is crypto still a thing?
Yeah. So the ones that are up and coming are not on I use Robinhood. So they're not on Robinhood.
Oh,
But it sounds like there's going to be another rush towards the those smaller Bitcoin companies soon. So I need to find a way to get involved in that. But with Robinhood, it's like, even if you have like $5 extra, it can't hurt to throw it in for a couple days, because it could turn into $15.
I don't know. I'm not that much of a gambler. I feel like that's what it practically is, gambling.
Fair enough. I mean, I would say a safe bet right now is NVIDIA, because they're going nowhere but up.
I'm sick, Jesse, but other than that, I'm pretty good. It's like I've never like, other than like in-game money and stuff, I've never done any gambling whatsoever.
Yeah, same.
So
I've never gambled.
everybody's always like, we went to the slots and put such and such in and won this, and
Yeah, I've
like,
only done slots. I've never done like table games.
I've never done
'cause-
slots.
I mean, that's fine.
I live like I can look out my back door right now and see the casino. It's always been in my backyard, and I've been there once. So I've never had any interest in it, and I'm always like like my dad would always like, he was like, I go in with such and such, and once it's gone, I'm done. If I hit, then I take what I went in with and put it in my pocket, and if I lose everything I win, then at least I still walk out with what I had in my pocket. I was like, okay, but then if you go in with $50, that's $50 that could be used for other shit like dinner.
Yeah.
Like, because the lady that cuts my hair, she got talking to, because her and her husband went on a cruise, and she was talking about going to the casino, and she's like, we had a cruise credit, so I used my cruise credit for the casino. She goes, I went in with $300 and I came out with nothing. Meanwhile, her husband went in, he played once, and he hit for like $300. And he just walked out with it. I was like, that would be me. Like, I'd go in, do it once, and if I won, I'd be like, cool, and I'd walk right out. Like, I would not waste more money on it. Thanks, Jesse. No, not my type of thing. She's got us talked into going on a cruise, though. Like,
No.
yeah.
So much no. Please don't.
Now that I know that they go out of Baltimore and Norfolk, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go and take like one of the short ones just to see how it is, just to say I've done it. I didn't know they come out of. Oh, I didn't know they come out of Baltimore. They said because of the whole bridge collapse that they moved to the Norfolk terminal.
Yeah, like cruises, no.
I'm fucking weird now. I wanna sound so freaking stupid, but I actually want to rent a hotel room near the airport up there in Philadelphia. Just watch the planes come in.
No.
Yeah, that was good. No, because the last time we went up there, like I didn't see any planes coming in or out. The last few times we went up there. This last time I watched one take off and like 5 come in for landing in the short period we were next to it. And I was like, that's kind of cool to sit there and watch the planes. And I was like, I always like that song, Watching Airplanes. I was like, I could sit there for a day and watch them coming in and out. Oh, Gary Allen's one of my favorite country singers of all time. Especially when you read about his personal life, like, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Watching Airplanes, probably one of the best country songs of all time.
Yep. And you have Man to Man. He's got like the best father-daughter dance song of all time. Tough Little Boys. When tough little boys turn into be dads, they turn into be babies again. It's like the perfect. And then there, what's the other one? Songs About Rain. Great song. That's the one he wrote about his wife. My jam was always Like It's a Bad Thing. like it's a bad thing. I don't know about you, but I was put here to live and love. I was going to say, I bought that, like, I bought that album because of watching airplanes, and like the whole album is just amazing. Still got it on CD.
It's a good CD to have.
Mm-hmm. It's up there. I still have like a stack that I'll probably never get rid of. I do have like most of my CDs from back in the day before like MP3s really became a thing. And even after that, like there was still certain like bands that I want a physical copy of. Like I still buy all Ghost albums, but yeah, that's it's right up there next to College Dropout from Kanye West. I'll never get rid of that album either. It's just too good.
Yeah, I mean, that one was, you know, all the flack that he gets these days. It's like, yeah, no. Did you ever listen to College Dropout? Because that was money. Like, great album.
It's just awesome song after awesome song after awesome song. It's just like this is when I think rap, I think of College Dropout, and then
Yeah,
like
I think
early
of
Ludacris.
Radio.
You think of who?
Radio, the song on College Dropout.
My favorite was Family Business. That and
Okay.
what was the name of the one? Tell me who's invited. You, your friend, and my dick.
Oh yeah.
That was got in trouble for singing that one. And me and my buddy Evan in gym class, we were up on the stage during gym class sitting there, and of course we had to sing that part out loud. Messiah Hummer. What did you two just say? Nothing?
Family Business.
Yeah. I think it's the last song on the album.
Second to last. Last one's called Last Call. Like Through the Wire.
Yeah, and then you realize
Like,
that his
damn.
jaw was wired shut for that song.
Yeah, I didn't like. I mean, this was his like debut album,
Yeah.
so like you didn't know the history of him, and
Yeah, because my cousin was
come to
listening
find out,
to
he
it.
didn't have this album with no jaw wired shut. It's like what?
What's up, Dirty D's? How are you? That's when my cousin was listening to the song. I was like, I really like the beat. Like when they sample like that, I don't know why, it just instantly draws me to it. And
Oh
then
man,
when he was
All Falls Down.
yeah,
So
he was listening
good.
to it. I was like, why is this guy mumbling? He's like, his jaw's wired shut. Like, why is his jaw wired shut? He's like, he was in a bad accident. I was like, so he just raps with his jaw wired shut? He's like, no, just for this one song. And then he's like, you gotta listen to the rest of the album. I'm like, alright. I was like, this is actually pretty good.
No. Actually, no. I mean, like the best songs got to be slow jams.
Yeah, that was like the Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
The Vandross.
This, it's got to be up there.
Dang, Tony. Level this shit. You missed one, though. Oh, you missed a couple. Can you not trip these? Are they not solid trees?
I mean, if you're going back to like that era rap, You think that's the best rap album?
No, no, no. I'd say best rap. That was my favorite rap album.
Oh,
The Blueprint 2 is up there on my list. What are the other ones?
oh, so like, I'm thinking of artists, but now I have to go back and look at the discography. Because say like the Carter,
Nah.
Lil Wayne.
See, I was never a huge Lil Wayne fan. Dirty Diesel, thanks for a sponsor, man.
I'm very turned on right now.
Much appreciated. Welcome to the Elite Flaunt Club.
The Carter 3.
I was never a huge.
Amelie was great.
I was never a huge Lil Wayne fan. Like, I was never really huge 50 Cent fan.
I was literally looking that up to see what year that came out. It's 2003. So you didn't like Get Rich or Die Trying?
So, like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was never a huge fan of 50 Cent. We've had this discussion before. Like, I always thought Lloyd Banks was the best rapper in G.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, we can all agree on that.
It was like my favorite, like, it was a mixtape, but it was just like this awesome song after awesome song after awesome song was the whole shit going between Eminem and Ja Rule. I had Go to Sleep. What was the other ones on there? Ja Rule's album when that came out was one of my favorite rap albums as well. I know it doesn't say much about me, but
okay, because yeah, Ja Rule is not rap.
oh, this song, this album was just like it was 100% a diss album towards Eminem. It was great. It
I
was,
also don't think Eminem was any good.
what?
No. Once he came out with what was the one with like the curtains?
The Eminem Show.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't
He
like
was
the
good
Eminem Show?
He was good before that, but once that
White
came
America?
No.
I could be one of your kids. White America.
No, I didn't like the Eminem Show. I liked everything he did before that. I didn't think there was anything like creative on that. I think that album was more to make some kind of statement. Kind of lost himself on that.
Blood in My Eye from Ja Rule was. I really like that one. See, I think the Eminem Show was the last one I liked from Eminem.
No. Nope. They got too far from me.
Yeah, the Eminem show was the last one I liked from. I can't really say it because it was.
I didn't like any of the songs.
What's the?
I didn't like
one
any
that-
of the songs off of
Recovery was. I like that one.
Because he had like White America on that one. He had Soldier
You didn't like Small Soldier?
without. Nope.
What?
It was stupid. I didn't like Without Me.
Or not Small Soldier, Toy Soldiers.
I didn't like Without Me. Controversial take there.
Till I Collapse?
I really didn't care for it.
Oh my god.
I didn't like Superman.
Superman wasn't it was eh.
I didn't like Without Me. I didn't like Soldier. I didn't like any of the hit songs
Pretty
off
good,
this.
man. Pretty good. Oh, Till I Collapse and Soldier is. Oh, I love those songs. I wasn't a huge fan of the White America and Superman. Without Me, I don't know how you can like Eminem and not like Without Me. That's like.
No. Nope.
I feel so empty without me. Because this looks like a job for me, you know, everybody.
Because if you listen to like the Marshall Mathers LP before that, it's a completely different style. Like he went mainstream poppy with the Eminem show. I mean, Marshall Mathers LP. Marshall Mathers LP had Stan, had The Way I Am, The Real Slim Shady. Yeah, like those are his best songs.
Oh, you don't like That's an Awfully Hot Coffee Pot.
Nope.
You know it. There. Whose shed is that if you don't? What shed? Gotta be more specific. What shed? Because I was in like two different ones. You talking about this one over here? Hey. Big brown one. Do I have a big brown one? This one? It's red. It's on Giants Mod Hub, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one's on Giants Mod Hub. Pretty sure.
Underrated rapper from that era was T.I.
Oh yeah, T.I. Was it T.I. versus T.I.P.? You can have whatever you like. I said you can have whatever you like.
He had some good stuff. I mean, a troubled person, but
24s, that's how all my...
live your life, whatever you like. Bring them out. Oh yeah, my favorite. What you know.
Rubber band man, wild as the Taliban. 9 in my right, 45 in my other.
Used to be our ringtone.
Yep, yep.
In 2008. What you know about that?
No, okay. Yeah, that's he's up there.
Yeah. I mean, he's up there with Lloyd Banks.
Yep. Agreed.
And then who was the other one? Not Lloyd Banks. There's another one from G Unit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's on the tip of my tongue.
The Game.
Yeah, The Game.
And there was another one, Young Buck.
Oh, I didn't care for Young Buck.
Me neither.
No, The Game. He did that. Hate It or Love It. And This Is How We Do.
This is how we do.
It's a good one. But Hate It or Love It.
I used to get in arguments with the oldest one all the time. She was like, I like 50 Cent. I was like, 50 Cent's not even the second best rapper in his group.
Yeah, right? Does the prime.
Yeah.
Because you had Nas.
I was never a huge fan of Nas.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Rick Ross.
Yeah. What was that? What was this? There was one song by him that I used to listen to all the time.
Let's see if I can find it for you. Every Day I'm Hustling?
No.
Oh.
Every day I'm hustling. We might have to mute. Hold on. Actually, I can pull it up on my phone. Put an earbud in. Push it.
Push it?
Yeah.
Push it real good?
No. Push
No.
it to the limit.
Oh. Okay. Oh, this is new for me.
You ever heard this?
Nope.
The Boss was the other one.
Oh, yeah, the boss was good.
Ah, my jam. Under the recommended videos, you don't know.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, why is their money going down? It's going up. Oh, excuse me.
There's also some Lupe Fiasco.
Can't find it. Let's see.
If you ever got into
American
him.
Shed with Lounge. I don't really think I ever like it.
No, the kick push. I just Googled it and I was just like going down the list. And you know what? We covered most of them. Unless you want to consider like Nelly or Ludacris or Missy Elliott.
I like Ludacris. It's one of the only. He's one of the only
I've
rappers
always-
I actually have in my jump drive in the car.
I've always liked Ludacris.
Move, bitch! Get out the way.
His old stuff was good.
Oh yeah, it's
think
like off
one of
his
my favorite
first couple
songs.
albums.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs of all time is probably Welcome to Atlanta.
I like his song Saturday. It's Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Sticky, sticky. Ooh, ooh.
Like this list includes, yeah, like I said, Missy Elliott, which like no thanks. Outcast, no thanks.
Yeah, no.
I was
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
a huge fan of them. Like, I like the songs, don't get me wrong, but like, I never really followed them.
Like, this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but never a huge fan of Nelly either. He had a couple good ones, but just
He had a couple good ones, but like I didn't like Number One or Hot in Here. I never cared for either of those songs.
mm-mm.
What was his first like actually good song? I think it was his first one.
Wasn't it hot in here?
No,
Was it Air Force Ones?
no, I hated that too.
Ride with me?
I think it was Ride With Me.
If you wanna go take a ride with
I
me.
No, Country Grammar.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. Hot shit. I'm going down now, baby. All right, yeah. Who else they put on this list? Snoop Dogg. Like past.
Yeah.
I never thought he had any.
The only song that I really can tell you about from him is Gin and Juice and that Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like It's Hot. That's the
Yeah,
only two
it's
I
like
know.
okay. Busta Rhymes.
He had a couple good ones.
I like Busta Rhymes. DMX. R.I.P.
Oh yeah, DMX. You
I
gotta
mean,
put him on.
he's
on
a
the list.
staple.
Yeah. What you really want?
Just
Remember
everything.
back in AOL days where you could have like custom login sounds? It was
Yep.
always a DMX.
Mine. I used to have in college
Surgeon's
or
laptop
freshman year, I had like a sound system hooked up to my laptop. So every time I signed
I'm
into
pretty sure I
AOL,
covered this.
like Instant Messenger,
It's,
it was
from Diesel Divisions.
making fun of my roommate. So it was like, my name is my roommate's name, and I like to scissor with Kelly on the top bunk.
Yeah, Diesel Division.
It was a joke because we just pretended that he was
And then
like asexual
these two are the same truck.
because he never really showed any interest in
Different years.
any gender whatsoever. And long story. You'd have to be there. Anyways. Next they have Drake, which early Drake, yes.
Never got into Drake.
What?
Nope.
Like at all.
Nope. The cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Oh wow, his original stuff's not even on the top 10. It's sad I have to go all the way back here. Like best I ever had.
Nope. I couldn't name you one Drake song. I didn't care enough to even pay attention.
Oh, that stuff was good.
That's gonna be a pass from me, dog.
Man, that was good stuff. Best I ever had. Ah. You never heard Best I Ever Had?
Yeah, it's a great song by Gary
Yeah.
Allen.
Okay.
Only the best I ever.
That was
had.
like my
Don't
like
want
essentially
me.
you. Wrapped my college experience into one song. It'd probably be that. All right. Next is Fat Joe.
I can name one song by Fat Joe. That was
Fat Joe had some
Lean
jams.
Back. Lean Back. Lean
Oh.
Back. That's the only song I know by him.
With Ashanti.
I don't.
What's Love? With Ja Rule.
That was Fat Joe. I know.
Yeah.
I've heard that song, but
Yeah, What's Love? Fat Joe's got a verse in that.
yeah, but it's a Ja Rule song. You said Ja Rule wasn't right.
Technically not. It was produced by Fat Joe.
Yeah, but it was Ja Rule's song on
So
his
it's-
Ja Rule album.
It's by Fat Joe featuring Ja Rule and Ashanti.
But it was on the Ja Rule album. Pretty sure.
Probably was. All right. This is where it gets confusing. So it says, What's Love, in parentheses, featuring Ja Rule and Ashanti, by Fat Joe, Ja Rule, and Ashanti. So I'm sure that song was on everybody's album, like all three of them. But then there's a version of What's Love without Ja Rule, and it's What's Love featuring Ashanti by Fat Joe and Ashanti.
It's the same way with
All the way up.
what we were just talking about. Why can't I think of it? Slow Jams. Slow Jams. There, it was originally on Kanye's album, but then Twista put it on his album, and it was his
He had a
version.
remix. Yeah. Well,
And
he had a
then-
remix version of it.
And then Jamie Foxx released it on his album with
He
his
had a
version. There's
remix
3
of it.
different versions.
Yeah, because they remixed it every single time.
No,
Because
think
Jamie
it
Foxx
just-
wasn't on the original.
yeah, he was.
I don't think
He was
so.
he just did the chorus, I believe. And then Twista he had an extra verse in his version,
All right.
and then I think Jamie Foxx had a verse on his version.
Right, but the original still belongs to, like, I mean, like, technically, for all these different versions, where it's like with Ja Rule and Ashanti and just Ashanti, like, it still belongs to Fat Joe because he's the producer on it.
Well, yeah, okay.
And it's got Make It Rain.
I don't think I heard
I make
that
it
one.
rain, I make it rain, I make it rain, I make it rain on them hoes.
I've heard that before, but I haven't heard that in a song.
Oh. Because this also has Lil Wayne in it, but it's not crediting Lil Wayne. But Lil Wayne has this on his album. And your lean
Down
back.
ass bitch.
All right, after that, you got Ice Cube, which, like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah. You mean the actor?
Then you have The Game,
Okay.
which we agree on that.
I agree that he was alright. He wasn't like top tier for me.
I thought he was very good.
I don't hate it. It's just it wasn't like if I had to do a top 10, he wouldn't be in it.
Yeah. And he's got the same songs too. What the hell? He's got the same songs as Lloyd Banks. His top songs are Hater, Lover, How We Do. So there we go.
Oh man.
Okay, after that you got Young Jeezy.
Who the hell is? Oh wait, no, there is a song by him that I used to listen to.
You know Young Jeezy. I think he goes by Jeezy now. Oh, he's got the one with Akon, Soul Survivor. And I love it. Man, will I die?
I think the one I know is My Hood. I said I think the one by him that I know is My Hood.
It's not even in the top 10.
I'm just going by what's on his one of his first singles, last single off his first album.
Oh, you know I love it. ILUV.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
Because that came out around the same time as the, like, when the G Unit was popular.
The G Unit.
The G Unit. You got Eve. Which, like, who cares?
Yeah.
A little scrappy.
If it ain't Romeo or Bow Wow, I don't care about anyone that has little in their name.
Yeah, true. Or Wayne.
I see. I was never a huge Lil Wayne fan.
Oh man, I love Lil Wayne. Come on. Method Man. Which, like, 2000s.
The only song that I liked by them.
There's nothing good by Method Man.
Method Man and Redman was I can't
Yeah.
That was it.
Which G Unit did a take on that. And then X to the Z.
Who the hell is X to the Z?
Exhibit.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I know who Exhibit. You said X to the Z. I was like, who the hell's that?
Yeah, Pimp My Ride. He's like, yo, this is X to the Z Exhibit. So they're saying the 50 best rappers of the 2000s ranked. Number 1, Eminem.
Okay, I agree with that. Not my
Number
favorite,
2.
not my number one, but I agree with him being on top.
Yeah. Number 2, Outkast.
No.
Number 3, Nas.
No.
Number 4, 50 Cent.
No.
I agree with that. Dude, like, you gotta, like, the 2000s, like, year 2000 to 2000.
I agree he was huge, but I think he was kind of like the one, he just kind of had like a song that got stuck in everybody's head and everybody thought he was better than what he was.
Okay. Okay, I agree to disagree on that. Number 5.
Yeah, I don't know how you rank 50 Cent above Jay-Z.
Dude, because his album was the biggest album, like one of the biggest albums of that decade for rap. Like, it was a game-changing album. It turned stuff that was underground into mainstream. Like, it was a very iconic album. So, I'm giving him number 4. I think he should be number 2.
Yeah, I think it should go Eminem, Jay-Z. If we're talking about early 2000s.
Nah, Jay-Z stuff.
I'd put 50
late
Cent in
90s.
top 5. No.
Jay-Z. Yeah.
The Blueprint 2? And then what was the one he came out with after that? And then he was doing stuff with Linkin Park. You know when they did the whole combo deal?
Yeah. He was diversifying too much. His original, what's the one that had I had his Unplugged album.
I'm sorry, yeah, Unplugged album. thought unplugged albums were like they were playing acoustic. How do you rap?
You haven't heard that before?
Huh?
I said if you haven't heard that before, you need to listen to it, because if you have, what's the song? Well, yeah, H to the Izzo.
Oh yeah, 99 Problems. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one hit me.
No, this is.
No, I'm saying that was in the early 2000s.
Yeah, but I'm saying like H to the Izzo and stuff. That was like mid '90s. So, like, he was already like iconic back then. He didn't do anything like game changing with his new albums. And 50 Cent came in out of nowhere and changed the game, because it led to it essentially led to like Kanye West and Lil Wayne.
The Black Album, 2003. The Black Album, that was what I was thinking about. Oh, that was such a good album.
Yep. All right, so number 4 is 50 Cent. Number 5 they have as Andre 3000.
How can you include him twice on the list?
Agreed. So I discount that.
Yeah, no, that's. I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah.
And he got 2 spots in the top 10.
Yeah, like he's not a rapper.
Yeah, he's not even like he had like what Mrs. Jackson and Hey Ya. What other songs did they have that were like hits?
Hey Ya was a part of a 2-disc album too, so it was technically Outkast. It was just each individual member contributed to their own album. So, doesn't even count. Number 6, they have Lil Wayne, which I think he belongs in the 3 spot.
Yeah, I'd say he's top 10, but
I think it should be
not my favorite, but I agree he's top 10.
It should be number 1 Eminem, number 2 50 Cent, or 3 Lil Wayne. And then number 7 you have Dr. Dre.
Well, then he was already he was
But like he didn't do his
pre-established in
own
the
shit.
2000s. So
Well,
you
yeah,
can't
'cause
put
he was
Jay-Z
super
in that top
established
list. You
then.
can't put Dr. Dre in that list.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is neither of Jay-Z nor Dr. Dre belong in the top 10, because like at this point Dr. Dre was producing.
Yeah,
He wasn't going out with his own stuff. He came out with his stuff in the 90s.
I don't get how we
Alright,
have
this
Dr.
list
Dre
sucks.
on this list before we got to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
How we have
this
Andre
list
3000 and Outkast both on this list before we get to Jay-Z. Like,
First of all, this list is from ranker.com, so it's not accurate, because the next person on the list is Ice Cube. So, like, all right, I think we can be done
again,
with
that
this
was
list.
that was in the 90s.
Yeah, we can be done with
Today
that
was
list.
a good day.
All right, let's go to legit. Let's find a different list. All right, this list has Jay-Z as number 1.
See, this is a list I can get behind.
Number 2, Kanye West.
This sounds like I wrote this list.
Well, no, because number 3 is 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Number
you can't put 50 Cent above Eminem. Sorry, no, that's not.
Well, number 4 is Eminem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm looking at the same list because number 5 is Dr. Dre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and then Snoop Dogg,
And then Snoop Dogg. Yeah, like, come on.
Busta Rhymes, Method Man, Drake.
Drake definitely is in the top 10.
You know who's not been on either? Jadakiss? I forgot about him. He's at number
Jadakiss
13.
is 90s, man. It's old news.
Oh, there's T.I. T.I. coming at number 16.
What?
Totally underrated.
Like, I mean,
He's the last.
You and I listen to
Rick Ross is the last
different.
on this.
You and I listen to different music in our high school era, but like I don't know. Like, were you also listening to hip hop and stuff at that time, or was it just like more metal stuff?
I was
Because
kind of like in everything.
I was doing mostly like emo, but when I made my CDs, like it was mostly hip hop and whatever was cool and popular in hip hop because I had a sound system in my Honda Civic and I drive around with the windows down. So it had to be cool music. And it was mostly like,
Okay, so this list I think is a little bit more.
yeah, this one's better because it's like,
No,
I
this
listen
one
to
I'm on
Drake.
here. I'm on Beats Rhymes list, top 50 best 2000 rappers ranked by fans. Number 1, Jay-Z. Essential
I
Listening.
don't agree with
The
that though.
Blueprint. Number 2, Eminem.
Wait, which site?
Beats Rhymes and
Okay,
list.
yeah, gotcha. Yep, I'm on it.
Number 2, Eminem. Number 3, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Number 4, Kanye West. Number
Yep.
5, 50 Cent.
Yep.
Number 6, T.I.
T.I.
This is
Yeah.
the only list that has T.I. in the top 10. Ghostface Killer.
I don't agree
Yeah, no.
with that.
No. Number 8, Nas.
I don't agree with that either.
No. Who is MF Doom? Number 9.
See, this is where we're getting at.
Lupe
Like Lupe Fiasco in the top
10.
10. Definitely. Yeah.
Common and number 12. Wait, who's 11?
Common.
Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Scarface at 13. Big Boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? And like Luda? No. Like, first of all, you can't put Outkast in rap. And you also can't like split them apart and then put them in two separate places in the top 15 because they're going off of what? Love Box and The Love Below or whatever it is, like their combo album. And that wasn't that good.
I will say this. I like that. I do like.
By that logic, like, where's Akon?
He's not a rapper. He's an R&B artist. Which I fully agree with Outkast being the same.
On their,
Big Boy.
What do these people do
I
on
do
their
like
own
Big Boy
without,
better. I like Andre 3000. I will say that.
What do these people do on their own without the like featuring and all that stuff? Like it should really depend on that.
That's why I say Jay-Z
And they're
deserves
saying,
to
like,
be at the top of the list.
His like Ludacris, they're saying chicken and beer. That makes sense.
Okay, and then the one that had
Scarface, the Fix. I've never even heard of Scarface.
Me
So
neither.
let's go to the Fix.
There's one on there I haven't heard you say on any of the list. Styles P. I recognize that name. There's gotta be a couple.
yeah, Styles P. Yeah.
I'm eager to see
On
what's
My
going.
Block is the big hit from this. Let's hear what this sounds like.
On what? Styles P?
No. Oh, I know this song. It's a good song. Oh, Scarface. If you look up On My Block by Scarface, I don't think he's worthy of a top 10 with this, but
Yeah, no.
you know the song though.
No.
What? Okay.
How Mike Jones not make the list? Mike Jones.
But like, good point, because like if we're strictly talking about the year 2000 to 2009 rappers, I mean, like Mike Jones should be on that list.
Yeah, what was the other guy that he had a huge song that everybody was singing? Was it Ballin'? Ballin'.
Oh, Young Jock.
Is that who it was? I don't
I think
know.
so. I think it's Young Jock. Hang on.
Wait, no, isn't that Joe Budden?
Could be. Roddy Rich.
Mike Jones. Yeah, why is Lil Bow Wow not on this list?
Right? Oh, you also got It's Going Down.
It's going
That's Young
down for
Jock.
real.
Yeah. That's Young Jock, so it's not that. Ballin'.
Ballin'.
Yeah.
We fly high. You know this. Ballin'.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. What group was he a part of?
Oh, I have no clue. Yeah, like why? And also, like, I would kind of include.
Oh, he's part of Dipset. Diplomat.
Okay. Like, by the logic that they're using, like, wouldn't you include like Macklemore in there?
God. Burn. I'm gonna pop some tags.
Oh, I mean, he did some rapping. Kind of. Maybe. So I'm just.
Are you gonna include Psy on that list too?
I don't know. I don't know. Phoenix. I'm just trying to. Just trying to figure out. Like, can't we get like a decent list? Like, Nas should not be on the list, right?
I would say I wouldn't say he doesn't have a place on the list, but I can tell you the only song I know by Nas is
Doesn't
the song
belong
he
on the
does
list.
with Korn.
Yeah. Legendary 2000s hip hop.
Hey, Michael, man.
No, I don't want to watch a YouTube video. Come on. Category 2000s rappers. Ultimate 2000s rappers. Comprehensive guide.
Comprehensive guide.
No, this is my kind of shit. Doesn't work. Doesn't work for you. Or it's like legacy. The 2000s rappers list is not just a historical document, it's a testament to the enduring legacy of the artist. Yeah, right. FAQs about 2000 rappers list. The 2000 rappers list is a compilation of popular and influential rappers who emerged during the decade of the 2000s. This list provides valuable insights into the evolution of hip hop music. It's a culture. I'm getting locked. I'm getting. Come on. Yeah, fine. All right. Got it. Got it. Not a good place to go. Got it. computer's just like, don't do it. Don't click on the link.
Don't do it. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna click on it.
Shit. Same thing. Oh, interesting take. Let's be honest, good music died with the takeover of hip-hop in the early 2000s. Seriously, who listens to that awful crap, and why?
I'd say I have to agree. Rap went really downhill, like mid 2000s.
No,
For me, yeah.
I'll give it longer than that. I'll give it late 2000s.
Gonna be a no for me, dog.
Dude, you can't say that you didn't like all the stuff that we're talking about. That was good stuff.
I can't really name anything. Okay, with the exception of T.I., I can't really name anything that I liked really after like 2006, 2007.
It's still the 2000s.
Yeah, mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s.
Well, mid to late 2000s, then you get into like collaborations because it was like Drake teaming up with
Yeah, see, I never cared for Drake.
Akon. I don't know. Well,
I think
it was like for a while it was like everyone teaming up with Akon to produce a thing, and then who's the guy?
I thank God every day for Akon because it gave me one of my favorite moments I've ever experienced, and that is seeing a guy sitting alone in the movie theater when I was on a date and his phone just starts blaring, "I'm so lonely. I have nobody." Like, damn, dude. Felt bad for him, and that was his ringtone as he's sitting there watching Denzel Washington movie by himself.
What's the guy's name?
What?
The one that was known for auto-tune and then was on
T-Pain.
Masked Singer. T-Pain, yeah.
See, again, I was never a huge fan of him. I think I like him more when I heard him on the Masked Singer than I ever liked him, like his music outside the Masked Singer.
He has a fantastic voice.
I know that it blew me away. I was like, why would you auto-tune your shit when you can really sing?
Well, because he created auto-tune.
Yeah, but why would you do that when you can actually sing?
Right, but I'm just more thinking about like all the rappers and artists and stuff that like collaborated with T-Pain because they wanted to use auto-tune.
Yeah, like
I'm just
the
thinking about
biggest
that list.
albums that came
Wow.
out was the DJ Khaled stuff. Like,
Right.
it's just like everybody piled on one album.
Well, yeah, and it was everyone that teamed up with Akon too.
Mr. Lonely.
Yep.
Got me locked up.
That's what, I was listening to Mr. Lonely and I was like, okay. But like, why isn't T-Pain on that list?
That's a good point. Because he did have like some Uber hits.
some.
Yeah.
From like 2007 on to 2009, he had like all the hits.
That's what I say. He had some uber hits, like really big.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just like, oh yeah. I mean, some of his were like, he was part of the. I know it's Flow Rider song, but he was on that song. Apple pie,
He made it.
Loot boots with the fur. Let me buy you a drink.
Like he made it.
So I mean, yeah, he had some he was part of some huge hits. Yeah, that makes no sense why he wouldn't be able. I guess because he would fall into the R&B list. I guess I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
Just
we should start.
How is what was his name? Chingy, was it? At the Holiday Inn.
Yep.
And then
Chingy. Oh my god.
There's another one he had, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And then was it Tipsy? Or no,
Yep.
that was
No.
that was Jake Quan or something like that, wasn't it?
Jake Quan was tipsy.
Yeah. Why he on the list? He had like a huge hit there. I guess you can consider them one-hit wonders.
Right there.
Right there. There you go. I like how you do it
Oh,
right there, right there.
What's fascinating is that we are in such a unique age group that, like, unless we keep this stuff alive, like, it's gonna die. Like, there's no one, like, unless you tell your kids about these groups or like these rappers and stuff, like they're gonna disappear.
Yep.
Because they weren't that great, but they had some hits. Because I remember
That's the downfall of rap, though.
I don't know, like if you had the same experience, but like for me, like growing up, like I listened to classic rock because my parents loved it. So I knew everything from like the Allman Brothers to the Beatles to the Rolling Stones to Led Zeppelin and the Who and the Eagles, like everything in between. Like I knew their entire anthologies by the time I was, I don't know, like 10 years old. So
I grew up, my dad listened to nothing but oldies, like, so if it was on the oldie station, like I could
like that, that stuff.
To put in perspective, when I was working at Walmart, I was sitting there with my little black mama. She, you know those classic, like you can get 300 songs or whatever, 100 songs on 3 CDs, and like they'd play little clips from each song, the infomercial.
Yeah.
It was on, and I was singing along to every song that came on. And she's like, "Kyle, how you know these songs? I was like, "This is all. I grew up listening to this. This is all my dad listened to." Oh my! I didn't think of that. I was like, just because I'm into like heavy metal now doesn't mean I don't appreciate the old stuff. I was like, I grew up listening to this, and my mom I grew up. My mom was listening to like classic country. Like she was into Conway Twitty. She was into stuff like that. My dad also listened to really, really classic country, such as like George Jones and stuff like that. So I like both to this day. I like both of them. Like I like the stuff that my mom listened to. I like the stuff that my dad listened to. My brothers, all of them listen to rap, like 100%. The only one that listened to anything other than rap was my the one that was 10 years older than me. He delved into a little bit of punk, like he listened to Green Day and stuff like that, but nothing like heavier.
You call Green Day punk? Okay.
I mean, like their early stuff, like that stuff. I wouldn't call like their newer stuff punk, but
Their new shit sucks. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it anything.
I'm
I
talking
mean,
about like
their old stuff
first-
was early emo.
okay, early emo, whatever you want to call it. So that's it. Then when my cousin, like when my uncle moved in with us, and my cousins start coming visiting, like that's when I first got like, I started listening to a little bit of Linkin Park, and then some a little bit of heavier stuff. But it wasn't until like I got in middle school and the girl was trying to impress was like, my favorite band's Korn. I was like, all right, I like Korn, and I was like, what is this? And then then I just got it went just off the deep end with the heaviest stuff I could find.
Well, I'm saying like like our generation is unique because we have had the pleasure of having like so many different genres of music.
Good music.
Yeah, but like
Like before
Every
everything
single-
became the exact same thing.
right, but like every single genre. I mean, you have everything from like metal to punk to emo to rap and hip hop to everything. I mean, there was a 15 to 20 year period where like grunge music, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, was around at the same time as the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was around at the same time as like the Killers, which was around at the same time as like your favorite pop punk bands and stuff. And like that 10-year span includes so many different genres and so many different artists. And I was talking to my wife the other day. I was like, if we have kids, it's like I feel like there's a huge responsibility because it was easy for my parents to just be like, hey, throw on the headphones, I'm gonna play this record. And they had the record collection, and it ranged from like the Beatles to Led Zeppelin to the Who to the Rolling Stones, like classic rock. That's what I grew up listening to.
Yeah. See, that's what I did.
And then there's another, like, I feel like my kids need to know who someone like Motion City Soundtrack is.
That's what I like. I still to this day I listen to all the stuff I listened to growing up. So my jump drive in my car is full of
Classic rock.
everything I listened to when I was young. You name it, it's on there. So, I always like, it depends on my mood what I'm listening to that day. So I tried, like when I'm in the car with my kids, I try to introduce them to everything, and it made me so proud. The other day, a song came on, and my wife said something about it, and my youngest one goes, that song's originally by Elvis. And I was like, what? I'm so proud. I am so proud that my kid knows that. I was blown away. And
See,
like,
I mean, like that's what you want.
I one day I was just listening to, like I was in a Gary Allen mood, so I turned on Gary Allen, and like then my wife was like, "Were you listening to country around the youngest one?" I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Look at her TikTok. It was full of videos with every storm runs out of rain." I was like, "Okay."
Well, I mean, have you introduced her to, like, I assume you have, like, other genres of music too?
Yeah. I mean, you name it, I've listened to it. The only thing she really doesn't really care for is the screamo stuff. She calls it She calls it emo music. And I'm like, just because they scream doesn't mean it's emo music.
No.
Yeah. That's what I tried
Listen to Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah. I had to explain to both of them because the oldest one tried to tell me that emo is rap music. I was like, no. You might have an emo rap these days, but emo music is not rap.
This is emo. This is emo.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
it's also
I turned on
thing.
I turned on My Chemical Romance. I'm Not Okay. I was like, this is emo music.
Yeah. Dude, that's so true because like there's also so many genres again from like growing up. Like there weren't that many genres of music. Like you had classic rock, and then you had like disco, I guess. I don't know. There weren't that many genres. Now there are so many more genres.
Because everybody needs a label. Like, it can't just be country music. It's got to be bluegrass country.
Like,
it's got to be stadium country. Like,
yeah, dude. But you know, like back in the 2000s, like we didn't need a label.
yeah.
It was you just listen to good music.
Yeah.
It didn't have to have a label.
Yeah. No,
But I'm just saying, like, my big concern is like all of the bands that I've listened to over the course of my lifetime. Like, my biggest thing is I would want to share that.
that's like the biggest.
But like my dad did for me. Like my dad literally would sit me down and put on a record of the Beatles and then put the headphones on my head and then just be like, listen to this. And then I'd listen to it. And he's like, well, listen to like how like for a Led Zeppelin album, he's like, listen to how you hear the squeak in the bass pedal for this song. And I'd listen to it, and it's just like, how are we supposed to do that with the next generation? Because there's so many different genres of music and so many different artists, and there's a hell of a lot more to capture.
That and everything's so overly produced these days that you don't have little things like that.
True, depending on who you're listening to.
Everything's overproduced these days.
Well,
Everything.
Not the Foo Fighters, technically.
Yeah.
They all record on analog to this day, but
You don't even like the Foo Fighters anymore.
I don't. No.
Oh, that reminds me.
Like they're coming to the festival out here. I was like, do you want to go see them? I was like, no.
I got a TikTok that come up in my feed the other day of Luke Combs performing at Gillette Stadium, and the person was like, "Oh my god, yeah," because he was singing that the one that's a popular TikTok. No,
When It Rains, It Pours.
no, the Guardrail song.
Ooh, I don't know that. I just remember him playing When It Rains, It Pours, and then I was just like, you're a bitch.
Does it go Hearts on Fire and Crazy Dreams or something like that?
Ooh, that's a common phrase, similar to Taylor Swift. So it could be in a number of his songs.
They say hit the guardrail at 3:30 or something like that. It's a Luke Combs song. He sung it there, and they shared a video because it's pouring down rain, and he's on stage singing it. And they're like, one of the greatest shows I've ever been to. And I'm like, wait, I know somebody was there. They said it sucked.
Yeah, and they canceled it at 11 o'clock. So
I felt like comment. I was like, I know a guy that was there. He said it sucked. Waste of money because he didn't play the full set.
So we agreed to just like boycott Luke Combs. Like my wife and I, and for the record, our first dance was a Luke Combs song. So we boycott him. And he came out, and there was a song, or it was a show that he did, and it was raining, and he postponed the show. And we're just like, okay, so you're just gonna postpone a show now you're gonna choose to do that, and you didn't decide to do that during the other show. Like, unbelievable. It was downpouring and lightning and thunder.
Still think you should got a refund. If he didn't play the whole set, should have been a refund.
Yeah.
It's like I
boycott his old or his newer music. I boycott all that.
I absolutely hate
Like when
his version
it
of
rains,
Fast
it pours.
Cars.
Comes. Thank you. It's the same thing as. God damn it! It's the same thing as. What's this stupid guy's name? The one that Darius Rucker. This fucking guy. His stupid beer and sunshine shit.
That's what I said. Everything is just sounding alike these days.
Yeah. Well, beer and sunshine is the exact same chord progression as the Zach Brown band. The chicken fried.
No, I like my chicken fried.
Mm-hmm.
Cold beer on
It's the
Friday
exact
night.
same chords and chord progression.
Oh shit!
Darius Rucker is a fraud.
Hey, you leave Hootie alone. Have you heard his song Wagon Wheel?
Listen, if he died, I would throw a one-man parade down the streets of my town.
But
Like,
he
he's
only
third
wants to
on
be
my-
with
he's
you.
third on my list. Yeah, he's third on my list.
You got a list?
Yeah, Putin, number one. He's actually second. He's second. Putin's number one. And I think Darius Rucker's number two. Of like people
I
that
feel
you
like
want
number
to
2 was
see.
controversial and you thought about it and changed your mind on what to say.
I did. Yeah, I did. I did. I won't even tell you number 3. But it's like Putin, number 1. For sure. And second's Darius Rucker. Like, he's a fucking... Oh, God. He's a fucking bitch. I hate him so much.
Well, on that note, folks, we're going to call it a night.
Fucking
If you guys
smile.
did like the...
Fucking
you guys did like the stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very
He's
much.
smiling,
If
just
you guys do
ripping
want to see
off people's
future
songs.
Farming Simulator live streams,
He's
be sure
2
to
for
click
2.
the subscribe button. You guys will be notified whenever we do go live or upload a video. Click the notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. And I'll see you
He's
next
like,
time.
oh,
Bye.